Live. Well, welcome. I think we're doing some twits. Is that what they call
Yep,
it?
we're twatting. Never mind.
Review. Who's that guy? So yeah, we're on, I think, episode 3 now. Rock and roll. We made it to episode 3 and haven't got canceled yet.
Wait till Fox is the whole
Yes. They'll mix the whole order up
they're
and
like,
then they're like, ah, that was amazing, but we
Or
okay.
Netflix will just decide we're too successful and shut us
Today,
down.
we're going to go down a different part of the hallway.
Hallway 2.
Hallway
Just
two.
move to the-
Today, we're going to garage.
Oh. Yeah, so I haven't tweeted, but I did earlier. That's not fun. Well, welcome. Session 3 of New Trippers is about to happen. We always have to do our little plugs at the beginning because the boards that we use and all the stuff that makes this happen doesn't happen just by us alone. There's a lot of people behind the scenes, including, I wish I could move a camera, including my wife over here clicking buttons and answering phone calls at the same time, and she is phenomenal at all of that.
She's taking your donations.
Yep. Yeah. Secret okay.
Sarah is standing by.
The first one I always have to do this because
Fuck that one up.
they've been a supporter of this whole channel since day one. Art Night, they do flat plastic minis. Give it a chance to focus. Flat plastic minis and maps and digital downloads. So every 25 followers, we do give away a digital download of some maps and tokens and everything on there. There's a little bit of delay on the gold loot package. So he's working on that as we speak. I talked to him last night. So, check them out, arcnight.com. The system that we're using here to make all the sound and everything, it's through Ambient Realms. So make sure and check them out. I think today went live the board and all the music that you hear. Besides this one, I kind of wrote this one, but let's do this. Let's do this kind of noise.
Oh, shit.
Sounds like this are from Ambient Realms. You can do quite a bit with it. They have tavern noises, bell tolls, all that kind of stuff. All that to kind of make your game sound really, really good. Check out their website because live as of today, you can actually buy the equipment that we've been using since day one. We got like the test stuff and the preliminary stuff. Now, as of today, you can actually pre-order the equipment. It's made by Ableton, but the Ambient Realms, they put together a board and 64 gigs worth of sweet music and ambience. They are doing a lot more with it lately too, so there's stuff being added to it as we speak. So check them out, ambientrealms.com. Cool announcement. This is where I want to put it out there. This actually happened. Twitch has decided to give affiliates the ability to have subs. Are you freaking kidding me? So,
More of a dog.
when it comes to having subs, subscribers. He'll do that all night too.
Right.
Fine.
Subscribers on Amazon, if you link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch, it's free to subscribe. So if you subscribe, we have a new sponsor. It's called Original Gamer Apparel.
Oh.
And
Oh.
a subscriber that comes in tonight, one lucky subscriber out of our new subscribers will get a $25 gift certificate to Original Gamers Apparel. So basically you get a free t-shirt about gaming.
Right now.
CreateSafeAccount.com.
I've done that. And I lost. I did not win. I put myself in the raffle and lost.
Yep.
But we will be giving that away, hopefully tonight. If not, the way this channel works, you do not have to follow or subscribe during shows. You can subscribe or follow when we're off air, when we're hosting another channel. We're totally cool with that. So those are most of the announcements that we have. Before we kind of get into the amazing video, little 11-second video that Sarah made, Swissity made. Sarah. Before we get into that, I really want to go around and see if any of you guys want to. This is the time to plug something that you are really into, or something that you are a part of, or anything to that point. You know, is it existentially outside of your normal, you know, day to day? I go to work, come home. What do you do? What's your like a passion that you love promoting? Shameless plug. Anybody have a shameless plug?
Go see Baby Driver.
Yes.
It's amazing. I'm sorry.
You're the third person today that's told me that.
I had to watch it last night.
I told you have to.
So good.
See, it looks really dumb.
No, you gotta watch the right trailer.
No.
Wait, do you like Edgar Wright? Because have you seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
I did like that.
Okay, same director.
Right.
He's
I
rad.
don't know.
That's it.
It's
No,
amazing.
so
It just
good.
feels like the next Fast and Furious.
It's in no
No.
way like
Okay.
Fast and Furious.
Okay.
It's more a musical than...
Okay.
What the fuck is Baby Driver?
Baby Driver is a movie directed by Edgar Wright, who did Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz,
Yeah.
the one we won't
You've heard of
talk
Mini
about.
Driver, right?
Yes,
It's
this
nothing
is her
like her.
baby. Baby Driver. It's got an A+ soundtrack. It's got heart, comedy, action. You know, like it's a little bit amazing. You know,
It has heart in it. I don't know.
it's so good. There's a little bit of heart. Mostly
Little bit
it's
of
See, I love Edgar
The
Wright.
Vampire?
Yes.
plus
Rainbow
John
Man?
Ham. John Ham's in
John Ham.
John
John
Hamm.
Ham.
it. And
Jamie,
and the kid
Jamie
who
Foxx is in
Jamie
it.
Foxx is
Ja-
yeah, he's
Alright.
him.
Alright.
Also Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. But they
Kevin
all did a great
Spacey.
job.
But they were all
Spaced out
supplemental
in
to
space.
the character who's the best, who's the main
Are you just saying
character.
words?
No, Kevin Spacey is spaced out in space
It's just some kid.
while
It's really
watching
good.
the show Space.
Wait, did you watch
Okay.
Spaced?
Oh,
Oh my god, that's the same director. Same director.
Edgar Wright. Yeah, I love all their stuff.
Spaced, amazing.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's editing? Okay.
Edgar Wright.
editing.
That's a great plug though, because I did go see it. My wife and I went and saw it. Sarah, I call her Sarah One. No offense,
No, I can just be Swissity.
Swissity. Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. So we finally took a little bit of time off from life and went and saw a movie, and it was phenomenal. It was so good. So, any other shameless plugs?
Hold on. I was gonna say, I just went back to working at the game room.
When did that news? I didn't get that news.
I know, surprise. So I'm gonna be working at the game room again. Game room is an awesome place for Magic, D&D.
Yes.
Magic, D&D. Work on food. We do like.
Escape room.
Oh god, we have an escape room.
Hello.
Is that the one that-
We're still working on selling coffee. We're still working on food. We're really close
Where
to
are
getting
you
food
guys?
back. We're off of.
See, I love putting people on the spot.
I always forget.
In Elk Grove.
It's in Elk
I
Grove.
thought you could send it to
Grant Line Road.
Okay, so
We did. We're working. Yeah.
so like Calvine,
Last time I
Laguna,
Grant Line.
Grant Line.
Grant
It's
Line.
good
Grant
Right?
Line.
It's
Yes,
Grant Line.
Grant
Annie does a
I am
board games
terrible
and stuff.
with
But it's right off of
Huh?
Grant Line.
Board games
Okay.
and stuff too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a huge board game connoisseur there. I usually do head honcho board game stuff. If you ever played Splendor, play Splendor.
Wow.
It's the best board game you'll ever play. You can dick people over and have a great time.
I think that's
Yeah.
the reason that dick
fair.
people.
Yeah, it's like, oh, sweet,
Is that
yeah.
not the same
Isn't
thing?
that-
Yeah, it's like, that's not how you play games all
It's
the time.
anonymous.
Right.
Yeah, but there you go. Place is awesome. Go
It
check
is.
out George and Gavin. Sweet
George.
dudes. And then you can also see me too.
I did not. I mean,
Surprise!
news to me. Because I didn't know you were back there. I knew you were there before, but wow.
So you're not making bread anymore?
No, I'm still making bread.
No, I was just making cheddar.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Hey.
Don't worry.
Shut up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you can't get out to Elk Grove, I actually do work for A1 Comics in Sacramento.
Yeah.
We have 3 locations in the more northern Sacramento area. One in Roseville, one in Sacramento off of Auburn Boulevard, and one now in Folsom. Opened just a few months ago.
Woo.
Yeah, we started as a comic shop, but we are trying to really expand our game options as well. So everyone should come play games at A1.
Yeah, I haven't been to Folsom one yet. I have not been to that.
It's small, but I like it. It's my favorite store.
I
I wish that they had sent me there. Probably shouldn't say that.
And we're
but
done.
it's
This
not
is
like
recorded. I'm
they,
gonna tag.
they did a really good
everybody.
job, like with the store design and the layout, and they took one of my favorite
right.
coworkers, so I miss her.
Aw.
My kids and I go in there all the time.
Which
The Folsom.
the Folsom one? Yeah.
Yeah, because we live like half a mile.
Oh, sweet.
from there.
Awesome.
So yeah, the other day, Saturday or Sunday, we walked to breakfast.
Sweet.
And we went and got haircuts next door.
Yep.
And then we finished and went whoop, right into A1 Comics.
Sweet.
And they're like, they moved everything.
Yeah.
I wish I had time to be in all these stores and all the time.
Right.
Because there are some days my wife knows that I take like a day and go visit all the stores.
Yeah.
I do that.
That's I actually met you at the Roseville A1 for the first time.
Yeah.
So.
Because I was popping in for a few hours for an event,
Yep.
and then I was like, yeah, I love going to these stores. It's kind of my thing. So,
And supposedly they are planning in the future gaming events there. Because most of
At
their
Folsom? Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Their
a
stuff's on
really
wheels,
small store.
So they're gonna
So
like,
right
move
now-
stuff out of the way.
Right.
and then
Right now,
set
when
up
we have like
tables.
card events there, we just move everything off the floor and set up tables. Eventually, we are hoping to potentially get a larger space, even though we just moved in there. But yeah, we're supposed to get to start larger events there.
that's awesome. And there's also, there is a second game room also. Eldorado Hills.
Yeah, there's
There's-
Eldorado
not
Hills right next to
Eldorado
the.
Hills.
As soon as the donut shop across the way closes.
It's right next to the theater.
It's still small.
Yeah, it's right next to the
Eldorado
movie theater,
Hills.
right
It's
off the
literally
freeway.
theater.
Eldorado Hills.
Tops always
It's right in there.
It's like right
So it's,
below.
and it's smaller.
It's a much smaller, but it's
But
a-
again,
Right.
it's smaller, but
and it's a
very
different
quaint.
game room. It's actually not game room. The escape room.
Yeah, it's different.
I kind of like this escape room a little more because it has a little more interesting. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you guys have never done the escape room, do it. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
That's a cool market.
They've already shown me it also. Do it. It's cool. Do it.
It's a cool. It is cool. Any other shameless plugs? Because I have like 100, but I can talk about that on a different show. I could call it shameless plug.
I could talk about more movies.
No, Baby Driver. I'm
I could talk
sold.
about Baby Driver for another 20 minutes.
I was literally jumping out of my seat when they're driving around listening to Young MC, and I'd grab my wife's hand and go, I had that tape and I played it so many times when I had that tape. So Young MC I was a big fan of Young MC back in the 80s. So yeah. So that got me a little excited. So anything else before we show our little video and then
I
maybe
got
go
one
over?
place.
Go do it. Do
I
it.
just bought and read a book. It's on the New York Times bestseller list. It's like #1 on Amazon. It's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck,
Oh, there you go.
I need that.
and it's brilliant. It's really, really, really well done. This guy's a writer. He's in New York, and he pulls from his own life, but a lot of it's just there's kind of a zenness to some of the stuff he talks about. But there's a lot of stuff that just kind of resonated with me personally, and I ordered the book, the hardcover, and it was supposed to arrive on a Friday. I said, oh, sorry, it's going to be like Wednesday. Fuck that. And I went and got the Kindle version and the Audible version, and I'm like, it's like, and the Audible version is very good. I don't remember, I don't know who it was that did the reading, but it was very good.
So now on Wednesday you have an extra copy to
I got it now. Yeah. So you can borrow it, you can borrow it, but it's
Oh, you did get the hard copy too.
I got
and
it,
didn't
yeah.
cancel it. It's just like
I could send it back, but I'm not gonna. It's In
I'll have
fact,
to check that
in fact,
out.
my kid today, Nick showed me an internet meme that he just happened across where it was a little baby reading the book.
Cute.
That's awesome.
So baby reading the Sublord.
Baby Driver.
Remember that.
Wow. Wow.
Deep.
He's meant to be.
Everything's baby related.
There's so many
Very
times.
Anyway, so
Somebody
so
spin a
Speaking
top
of
real
your
quick.
I'm not getting paid by the
baby
guy.
driver.
No, speaking of driving and transportation and life in general.
Any Uber stories?
There's some great life stuff.
So, anybody else? Because this is about just chilling and before we get into the game, because this is why we game, right? I mean, everything that drives us, our movies, our books, where we work, what we do for fun is what drives us to play these games. So that's why we all ended up here. That's how we all ended up knowing each other, is our passions, right?
I
None
would like
of
to
it's-
plug this group and how amazing you guys all are. We're a bunch of weirdos.
Oh, we should probably give
I like
a
to plug
shout out
the
to Hero
lamp
Mustard.
Twitch.tv.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Times 2 tables.
HeroMustard.com.
Oh,
So-
Yeah, they're great.
So there's he's a website developer based, I think, in Denver. I actually traded emails with him.
Mustard.
Hero
He's,
Mustard.
I like
he
to
does all
plug
kinds of
baby
writing and
driver.
blogging and whatnot
Our
as well.
sport is Mustard.
But he's, I guess, a gamer.
Hero mustard in that.
He created HeroMuster.com, which it's a resource for DMs, for players. He has this thing called Fold Your Own Adventures, where it's like a piece of paper with adventures on. You literally cut it out and fold it, and it's some sort of like quick gaming thing. But anyway, so he took the Open Legend rules and created a smart character sheet builder, an NPC character builder, and they're done very well. So you enter in the stuff and it does all the calculations. He has buttons that pull up the boons and banes and feats and all this stuff, and it's filtered based on your abilities, and it's really well done. And that's what I've been using, and I take screenshots of my character sheet and then I write all over it and then I update it. You can save it on his website.
So see, I just have my browser open and I just update it as we play.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Believe me, I as a GM,
His name's Mario.
Yeah.
So he's a good guy, and
I use it.
yeah.
I personally use it because generating a whole character is robust and so fun. But I would be so engulfed in creating every NPC that we wouldn't have a show. Because I love creating characters. I love that part of the deal, and it makes it so streamlined and so easy to use. So I use it for NPCs and those types of things, so I at least have, in case you guys do something silly. So, or do whatever
I
you want.
won't.
Attack a giant fish.
Or do whatever you want. I don't care.
We're serious folks here.
We've
For
got
us.
goals.
Yeah.
So no, I appreciate that. That's a big one. So yeah, Open Legend definitely. Brian has really likes that the way he's done. As I didn't know his name was Mario. So thank you. That's amazing. So yeah, thank you for that. Any plugs?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. So at this point, we'll just go ahead and we'll get into some of the nuts and bolts. We're going to have our nuts and bolts section of Open Legend here in a couple moments. So. We're back already? Did you see that awesome video? It was 11 seconds long, and it was amazing. A little
11 seconds of-
spaceship and a crazy canyon running across there. Yep, that was done by Swissity. Yes, that video is amazing. I'm very appreciative of the work that she puts
Speaking
in.
of that jig, what was it?
The dance.
Your baby thing?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna segue
Great
everything.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Music. We can talk about it.
Speaking of the baby thing.
Like that baby dance from the 90s?
He likes
Oh.
God. No.
Oh, I just. No, what about the Six Flags dancing guy?
Oh.
If we're talking about old.
No, that was the fish guy. Remember? Ooga Chaka.
Yeah, Uga Chaka.
The one time I went to Six Flags, you know, they had a guy dressed up like the wall dude, snuck up behind me, and he just kept pointing to my shirt, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Turns out he just liked Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's
Really
That's
awkward.
amazing.
Use your words.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, this is creepy. I gotta leave, sorry. It's very strange.
We're gonna do a little nuts and bolts at this point because I know that at least one of us has. I know I've changed a lot of stuff, but I can't divulge that any of that.
Oh.
Rude. Just give us your secrets, all of them.
Then it wouldn't be a game. But I know Swiss City, you changed some stuff.
Yes.
Well, I was just, I took advantage of, you said we could for a few.
Yes.
I just changed, I took away my perception, my logic and added to my learning. Because I thought my character would be more, because she has done a lot of reading, research, and stuff like that, and I feel like that might have been better. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and that's, I mean...
And that changed it
nerd.
from 1d6 to 1d8. But I don't know that, I'm not like a,
Would
like
she
a
be here if
robot
she
or
wasn't?
anything. Like, yeah.
Let's be real. No, but that's true. And it is on the Open Legend community, the community.openlegend. I did post on there kind of the stuff that I've let the players do, which is in between the first 5 sessions. So 4 times you can adjust 10 points of your attributes, and you can adjust. That's in between each session. You can adjust up to 10. And in between each session, you can adjust up to 3 of your feats, which is huge because you can bounce your feats around.
Is that 3 feet points?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Still crazy. Like, that's such a
That's all-
crazy boost.
Yeah, well, because you can adapt
Yeah.
them for the first, because nobody knows what. There's so many feats, right? There's so many cool things that you want to do, and then you pick a cool feat, and you go, well, that's crap for my character.
Right.
It's cool, but not for me. That's why I was like, that's why I'm giving you way more
so many.
movement in there. The attributes, you kind of like
Shoe
read through them,
shopping
and
is
it's
a
like
nightmare.
you can read the attributes, and they kind of all kind of make sense. You know, by what they say. You know, it's like agility, fortitude, might, deception. They're all go by kind of their Webster dictionary definition. But when you go into feat, you're like, what the hell does that do? I'm gonna try it. So, yeah, I'm 100%. I would really love for you guys, as you adapt them, if you wanted to put them on the community, on the Open Legend community, because there's a lot of people that could learn from it. There's a lot of people that are in that community that are still learning the game. So, anybody adjust? Anybody else?
I adjusted my attributes a little bit. I lowered my fortitude and might, and actually increased my logic and my learning. Just because the way that I pictured Jaya working is much more of the like agile, dodgy fighter, not so much the brute force. And having grown up with a temple, he actually got a decent education. So I think that he would be a slightly more bookish person than I originally had him. So
That's
I did
awesome.
adjust mine a little bit as well.
I love that. If you feel like you want to post those, put it on the community.
Yeah.
Put a link in our Discord and stuff, so we can do that. And yeah, I think that's the most fun about this game, is giving the openness to just create.
Yeah.
So, anybody else have any like questions, like battle questions or creation questions, or how to use certain items, or something they're looking at using from here forward? Because I know you had some great ideas last time with your character. It was like, I want to read that pad, you know, and I want to. Well, let's find something that uses that can help you do that. Did you find anything else that might give you something that does that?
I haven't found anything yet.
Okay, yeah, and we'll do it through playing the game. Hopefully we will, because there's 6 of us, so we'll figure it out.
I did have one question on a feat that I took. I took well-rounded, which basically means I've learned to be decent at things I don't specialize in.
Yes.
It says that I gain advantage 1 on any roll that I make where my attribute is 2 or lower. if an attribute's at 0, does advantage still apply? Or
Holy crap, that's a good idea.
Yeah, no,
that's a good.
or is it just the 2d20 and I take the
So, and it was what's the feat called?
well-rounded?
I have that too.
It's like the best feat I saw.
I like that.
I just wanted to fly.
We're so round.
It's
Wait,
insane.
I did.
I also got area
yeah.
manipulation, which makes it so you're an expert precision or something.
Well, let's look at it. Let's read it. You know, like
So I guess it's more of a question on how does advantage work if you have a 0.
right.
You're
Well,
not-
and advantage, basically advantage on a d20 is roll a d20 twice. That is true.
Okay.
So as we go, and that was a feat.
Yep.
I'm just trying to look it up. I'm not coming up with it. But it's not a big deal. But we'll look more into that feat because I think that's.
What exactly was your question?
I wasn't aware if because advantage normally adds the attribute die.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it applied to something if you had a 0 at all.
You still have a d20 if you have a 0.
Right, but I wasn't sure if it applied to the d20 ever or not. I just
Yeah,
hadn't
advantage
read
on that
was
would
it.
be 2 d20s.
Right.
Which is actually
Which makes sense.
way. I mean, when you add another dice to it, because I had this logistic question with Brian like many months ago. Like we were trying to figure out advantage and just giving it a plus this or doing something like that.
Oh my god.
The cool thing is the chances of you rolling the highest of your second dice or your first dice when you have more dice, you have more chance to explode. So adding a d4 is actually better than advantage on a d20. If it makes sense, because more chance to explode.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that was kind of the concept behind what he was saying. So yeah, anything that's advantage and it's a 0 attribute, d20 twice.
Sweet.
Cookies?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cookies.
I think Sarah's just trying to make us all really fat. It's working.
It worked
but-
on me. I mean, literally, I gained, I think, at like 30 pounds. You got married?
That's not average for marriage.
I topped out at like
She's nodding.
230 something, and I was like, what? I was like 190 something when we met. Oh. But yeah, advantage on a d20 is 2 d20s. That's, yeah, across the board.
Sweet.
Any other logistics, or did you move some stuff around?
No, I didn't, but I was just thinking
I would wait till I
statistically it's interesting. You put more points, like ability points into something that takes you from a D4 to a D6 or like a D10, right? So in terms of the number you can roll, it can be higher with bigger die. But the odds of exploding go down,
Yes.
right?
That was a huge discussion when on the alpha stage of this. It was one of the biggest discussions I wanted to be part of. Because you're right.
Yeah.
Like everybody thinks like,
D4,
well, why
you
don't
got
we roll instead of doing
25% chance of it
d6s?
exploding.
Instead of do 2 d6s, why didn't you just roll a d12? Well, the chances of rolling the average roll on a d12 on one d12, what's the average roll? There isn't one, because you have a 12% chance, 1 in 12 chance of rolling every number.
Okay.
But if you roll 2 d6s, your average is in the middle, so I think it's 7 or 8, and you have double the chance to explode. So that was the whole. Yeah, we discussed that a lot because I was like, yeah, that's why you won't see d12s,
Right.
guys. That is why. That is the reason why you don't see d12s, not because we don't like them. Just that's why. So, yeah, I love that one. All right, if we want to get into.
My little dog. I'm sorry.
It's so cute.
This is my God.
Freaking
This is
cute. Ah.
So, without further ado, what we'll do is we'll go into. You know how I love to put everybody on the spot. This is where we'll change up the tune just a little bit. Axel F. Throwback. Yeah.
Axel F. Sharp.
Yes, Axel F. Sharp. I think everything on here is in C. To be honest, I'm like, yeah, we just got copyright. Everybody kind of. This is where I really enjoy the game as a GM when I ask everybody to kind of give me their recap because it gives me your guys' point of view on what occurred and what you saw was important. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, because you guys are.
Somebody doing
Because and this is for viewers too. It's like there's 6 of us, right? So I'm 1/6 of the game. You know, so this is where we get that kind of point. Did everybody do the nose thing or no?
I was the only one who didn't,
Yeah.
so I guess I'm starting.
Whoop!
Great.
And I take notes.
So,
Just tell you, I have notes. I take notes.
well, I've noticed.
These are like the best cookies I've ever eaten.
I know, these are so good.
So good. Just like I want to swim in them.
That's weird.
I know. I would like not inside one. I want like a mound of them.
I'd love to
Got
see
it, okay. That's a
I'd
little
love to see
bit.
But
that
like a
meme.
room full of
Just
cookies.
swimming in cookies.
Yeah. Alright, please.
Alright, so I woke up in essentially a classroom type room with a really, what's the word I want here?
Uninterested.
Yeah, a really disinterested sort of like overseer for us who did this weird flip-flop between saying that we probably didn't have the right information but also demanding more information from us. By the time we finally all gave our names and she was able to find like our general lookup, like our star system or planet or whatever, she sent us through to be processed, handed us over to, what was his name? Boris, thank you. Handed us over to Boris, walked us through a hallway that seemed to lead off to other rooms of similar purpose, into what I assume would be the assignment room of Uga Chaka, where all of us fell under the compulsion to dance almost immediately. Craigar helped me invent a new dance. It requires 2 people to do.
The roll.
Yeah, the roll.
Fish roll.
Same.
None of us could understand what he was saying except Trillian, who warned me that I had been assigned to death. There was nothing I could really do at that point, so I just sort of kept following the line that we were being ushered towards.
The Congo line.
Right, the like dancing conga.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, I'm sure you'll recap that, but that sort of put Jaya on alert. Once the entire group was in this next sort of like holding cell on our way to the next probably death sentence, one of the Pechs showed up again, who Trillian recognized. The rest of us recognized him as a Pech, but didn't know who he was. And he essentially took us somewhere else. We wake up in a weird... I almost picture it like Spirited Away. Like a weird crossroads for who knows what. And this ethereal spirit, ancient life form approached and asked where we wanted to go next. And that's all that I remember.
It's all on video on demand.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yes. Anybody?
I think Jim was
You
the
get
last
to
to
pick.
touch his nose before me, so...
You get to pick. You get to pick. That's how we're.
I want you
I
to
feel
pick.
this happened. I didn't do it this way, but I guess you.
Well, I helped Jaya invent a new dance, which is one person just lays over on their back and pretends they're dead, and the other person rolls them over and then watches
No,
them
you have it backwards.
roll back over.
It's the first person lays on their stomach. And you roll them and then they go back.
Well, either way, it's a
No, it's a very important step.
it's a
Distinction is
So I went to step 2. The rest is the same. So I woke up in the same classroom. I did not handle the transportation very well. I was feeling pretty queasy, so I was able to kind of loosely pay attention, but not really interact much for a little bit. It was clear that this person who was interrogating us didn't want to interrogate us. They seemed more interested in their whatever was coming up on their little data pad thing, the technology of which I had never seen. The stuff that I'm used to is much more, magic, swords and horses kinds of stuff. However, I attempted to probe the creature's mind, and I got nothing. And it knew I did it, and it didn't seem to care. Not because it felt I wouldn't have been able to, but more like it knew I wouldn't have been interested in the results. It's that non-caring. So anyway, it had trouble identifying where my home system was. I didn't know what a system was. So I got kind of earmarked for special scanning because it didn't know who I was. We then started making our way out of the room. We went up to Boris. As we were going, talking to Uga Chaga, I got pulled aside, was given some sort of special scan. There's a bunch of quibbling and weird mutterings that I didn't understand, but I was pretty much given this, pointed towards the same line that everybody else was in. It seemed like I was also assigned death, certain death. I would have preferred certain cake, but I am.
We know that's a lot.
Yeah, so we're all kind of marching in the dark. We're not really sure kind of where we're going, and then this Pech that Trillian seems to have known started running up behind us. Kind of, we were on alert, but he just started yelling her name, and they immediately clearly made some sort of connection. We all got. I forgot what we did to get transported. We all had to touch something or drink something.
No, he just had the little
You said it's
like
gonna hurt
sparkler.
this time.
Oh,
but we
that's
didn't
right,
have
and the
any.
batteries were low, and
Right.
you had a little shake weight or whatever that was.
Yes.
And and then we all got zapped and appeared somewhere else, and it's kind of where we wound up. But in terms of what Kragar's thinking, he's not super impressed that anybody knows what they're doing.
That's fair.
It's
Legit?
not a
Legit
very
citizen
professional
shit.
operation. So that way, it's just damn sloppy. So right now he's just kind of got a raised eyebrows, like, why am I here? And when are these people going to end up killing themselves?
I mean, they almost got us killed. Space prison.
I think he's talking about us.
The
No.
end. And he's like,
Obviously, he wasn't talking about us. Okay.
Be a character sheet.
you!
Great.
Alright, so last time I woke up and Tanya was not with me, so I asked about where Tanya was, and she didn't know about any Tanya and thought it was Ton of the Yaw clan. So after that, we all just answered some questions, like information about us, like what system we were from. Then we got sent to Uga Chaka. The stupid fish on the wall made us all dance for a while. And we all got sentenced to death. Oh wait, what were they called? The species that got us here. Pechs, okay. The Pech that she recognized sent us to like a space airport. Or spaceships, I think. Like a subway maybe. And we met
What was that about you derailing us tonight? Just over and over again.
Brandon should be used to it.
Baby drivers.
Speaking of subway stations and transportation.
You're at a child drive you?
You should change your Twitter name to Segway.
I didn't even. I said one thing. They all did that.
You were the catalyst.
Alright, sorry.
And then we just met some other being that was playing an instrument and asked where we wanted to go. That was about it. You.
Me? Oh, shit. Woke up in the classroom. Lady who was very uninterested in us asked very many questions. Didn't want to talk to me that much. Boris took us. Boris was very confused. Very nice guy. Led us to Ooga Chaka. Ooga Chaka did not want to talk. Very unfortunate. Since his death, walked down the hall. Trillian noticed her peg. Great dance moves. Everyone had some
Thank you.
fantastic dances. The flop was really good. I was down with it. And then we just boogied on our way to a little station. Just, no one really wanted to talk. It was very unfortunate.
That was a prison ship.
Yeah. Very
True.
unfortunate. But next time.
Do I have to go? Okay. So it's like in school when they're like, "What's your favorite color?" And then it's like a big line of people, and everybody says all the colors that you would have said, and then you're like, "What do I say? No, I don't know."
Well, two people can have the same favorite color.
Whatever. That was really
True.
Just
Red.
bad. Yeah. Okay, so my character was. Oh, okay. So we woke up in a really stark and depressing looking classroom in what appeared to be a prison, and like a really crappy prison. So it sounds like it was like an A, like not an A list,
Like
like
C
C list.
class.
Yeah, C. Yeah. Like yeah, lots of mildew. I'm imagining and stuff. And
Bad
asbestos.
odor.
Yeah. Fluorescent lighting. All that stuff. Anyway, sorry. And then so my character was trying to answer the questions that the very disinterested guard lady wanted to talk about. Was the lady or man?
It was a lady.
It was
Her
a
name was
lady.
Margaret.
Margaret. Yes, that's right.
Margaret.
Not Thatcher. She said that my species is more intelligent, and so I was saddened by that, but because I didn't know what system I was from, and then she said, "Oh, you've been missing for a while," and I said, "I know," and then she took us and gave us to Boris, and then we went down the walk of dance, and then we made it past the big fish man, and I could hear him saying everybody's being sentenced to death, and I was like, uh-oh, and so I told people with my brain.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right. I forgot you're telepathic.
Told people.
I told them, yes. And then we went into the subway station eating fresh. Oh no, I'm in a terribly silly mood. Sorry, guys. And then
What?
suddenly
You're being silly. What? What madness is this?
we were it seemed to be a subway station of death. We were gonna definitely die somehow. But then I heard a familiar voice. It was my beloved Pech. And I'd missed him so much. He was like my best friend, even though he didn't think so, but I thought so. And he was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. I'm totally inept at my job, but I sent you to the wrong ship." And I was totally
You're
out of it.
paraphrasing.
Yes, I'm paraphrasing. And then so we ended up going to an adjacent ship that was actually a prison ship and not the ship that he intended to send us to. And then he came, and I was so excited to see him, and then he saved the day. But it was very painful because this time we weren't able to drink the elixir or whatnot. And then we woke up in a much more pleasant place with a very ethereal, interesting character saying we're off to a new adventure, and I was excited. And that's my character. too much.
Oh, that was great. All of that was great. Yeah, you kind of had some. You guys kind of did a really good recap on there when you ended up off the prison ship, and everybody had their own little interpretation of who these people were and what the hell they wanted. Some were connected to some were like disconnected from all. Some just think they're a bunch of freaking yahoos. Yeah, I was thinking yahoos. I was honestly thinking that. But you do end up in like this very subway-esque looking. It has the subway tiles. It looks very like you guys may understand it's a transportation place. Whether it's you don't know what for, horse and carriage, who knows. So everybody kind of notices that. But they do, all of you notice that it is actually quite ancient, yet it's technology that's advanced that you've never seen before. So it's been around for a long time, well before you, any of you. But the technology is something that none of you have personally seen. Some of you may have read about it, but you've never actually seen it. And it was, yes, it's a room, more of a whole station going on, a whole lot of stuff going around. Different kinds of creatures. You have like very mixed creatures, like any type of being that you've ever seen, all mashed into one. Plus you see the spirits. There's some of the spirits. Some of them are trees. They're made. You can tell that they're like evolved from maybe some sort of wood creature. Some of them are not carbon based at all, so they're ethereal, kind of just wisping around. So they're not even spirits. You can tell that they're an actual creature, but not real to you. There's some of you who's like, I have no idea what that is. Some of them are just nasty. Just flat. I mean, we're talking nastier than the Pech you ran into.
Oh God.
I mean, just nasty, like skin. There's no skin. It's just kind of like a oozy, gross.
Like the eyeball witch.
Yeah. I mean, just
Is the eyeball witch here?
Well, we have not found that yet, so we don't know. I don't even know at this point. Pizza though, but I do have a pencil. So.
That's the grossest of all characters.
But the ones that kind of stand out, you did have the floating like a spirit come up to you that was playing a stringed instrument, and it changes instruments. So you'd see it was when it was sitting there, it had some different instruments it was playing, but it grabbed a stringed instrument none of you see familiar, floats up to you and basically said, "Where are we off to, trippers?" That's where we kind of ended our last episode. At that moment, though, all those creatures that we're talking about, the really low hippopotamus kind of looking thing with short legs, and there was that dog, cat, fox mix kind of thing. You see also the people like checking in paperwork for travel. People checking bags, people checking that stuff, going through basically the security system. If you're going to go down to the airport, that's what it would feel like. You see all there. But as soon as you hear that word come out of, like trippers come out of their mouth, you get a lot of strange looks at that point. They start, you can see feel like this unsettling view from everyone. Not that they're scared of you, but just like they see you and they kind of move to the side. To all of you, as soon as this spirit says this to you. That spirit is in front of you. And it is saying to you, where are you off to, trippers? And it's still playing.
Sweet jams.
I know where you come from. Would you like me to play a sweet jam?
Yeah.
A second.
I don't know what I have on here. That's not. So the stringed instrument flows into
Guitar.
flows and starts to widen, flatten out,
Yeah.
and from her neck, a tie that
Yes.
has keyboards on it and a purple collar comes upon.
Nice.
Oh my god, I love her.
Is
Slap
this
the
a
biz.
sweet jam
Yeah.
dance?
Alright, that's weird, but alright. No one is. Cool.
Where are we off to?
I don't think anyone
Where-
here knows.
Where are we?
Oh, well, you're at the ITS. Oh. Do you read it? Does anybody read it? You can see it. Because of you were the only one that got the little thing. And it does, in your language, you can see that it says ITS. Over there, the Interplanetary Travel Security.
Oh, the Interplanetary Travel Security.
Alright.
You guys,
I don't know what we're
Yeah, I
doing
don't
here.
know.
We were just, brought here.
you don't know.
Sounds
You're
exciting though.
trippers,
Yeah, that
too.
sounds
New
really
characters.
Is Pech around?
Where's my bag?
Well, I'm asking you.
No, there. Peck was not there when you were present there.
Okay.
Your bag of stuff is still next to you. As she approached, inside the bag was, you do know that your stuff is in there.
Well, while this your person is guitaring, I'm just gonna go through my bag and start putting my stuff on.
And the only stuff, I don't think you had much. Did you have much gear?
I have some gear.
Yeah, you had more. I think you didn't have really anything.
I have 2 weapons at the cloak, and that's about it.
Okay, but those
Yeah.
weapons,
Yeah.
there are certain people that just didn't have.
Right.
Was all internal kind of
Right.
stuff. But yeah, the whatever equipment that was missing from you from being on the prison ship it's laying in there. It's kind of just hodgepodged in there, or pick-pecked in there. But it's just in there. Like it was thrown in there in a very mad rush.
Where are we? Can you tell us more about where we are?
I thought you would know by now.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
You don't know your trippers, do you?
What's your trip?
What is
I
it?
wish I had some mushrooms, but thanks.
Tripper?
It's been many millennia. Last time I played this guitar. No, trippers. They save everything. Many, many, many thousands of years pass. And that's what you're here to do, right?
Yeah!
Maybe.
Of course!
No, we were all pretty much kidnapped.
We're all very
Yeah, I don't.
I voluntarily came. I wanted
Oh.
to come. I was done with
Yeah.
that dumb planet, and I'm ready for a new adventure. My character's not that stupid. I'm so sorry.
Just you?
Yeah.
Aw.
I was in it for the drink, so.
I fell in love with a
I got
little
sweet talk with
round
liquor.
Yeah.
puppy with long arms and legs, and now he's gone.
That was the pack.
Yes. Do you know where he is?
Pig pack. Haven't seen that little guy. And the voice is very wispy and almost like the mouth moves, but you don't hear any sounds, but you can feel what it's saying.
Creepy.
Yeah, well, it's a spirit, and
Right.
it can't really.
We'll get along.
It has to work with you in your mind.
Right.
So let me see if I can locate Pigpack. And it like wisps away. The music does go back to There's
Marquee time.
yeah, you're back and it whisks back.
Like away or disappears.
Like, and it's gone. It was the final words were, Pick Peck. Let me see if I can find him. When the music fades out and disappears, and she's going. She goes.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
Like very inquisitive. Like I don't understand what that means. But you do still see all of those creatures in the room. Different ones. You see, I mean, if you can imagine the most beautiful thing that your character would be, like, attracted to, not just sexually, but, like, emotionally, and, like, oh my gosh, that's the coolest, most beautiful being I've ever thought up. That's what each one of you individually sees. Yeah, it depends on your character. Maybe your character might be doing that, and your character might be going, "Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful," or it's just like, "Oh my god, I gotta get that." It depends on your character, but it's different for every single person.
So it's like middle school.
I don't know how I get the segue title of this.
You do see lines. People are getting tickets. You know, like getting up there and they're getting their, they're paying with their small, you know, credit passes. You see the credit passes come up, and then they basically they take that same credit pass and walk through, and that's their ticket. It's got a glyph, not more of a glyph, but more like it broadcasts kind of a signal, and you can tell, and just walks through, and it kind of scans through as they go through security, and then they go into separate hallways, and you can see them all marked. You can't see the numbers or anything, but you can kind of understand that they're, and you can understand kind of some of the stuff that's up there, but it's pretty easy to know that everybody's hopping on something to go somewhere. It's a hub central to move to somewhere else.
Can I try to get one of them to give me their cards?
What would you like to do?
Yeah, that sounds like something.
Yeah.
You see, at this point, you do see that the very low to the ground kind of hippo guy, he's not going through, he's asking already. He's asking for credits. He's trying to get, you know, some credits and get it refilled because he's like hungry. So he's like, credits. It's food, duh.
I don't want to take it.
And he's, you know, on the ground there.
He
And
doesn't
then,
have anything.
yeah, and then the hybrid one is standing there and almost like demanding, like stands in front and.
I can't understand what that thing's saying. Can
Just don't give him any chocolate.
Maybe give him
I
chocolate.
don't get it.
And it's like having an altercation. Has credits, you know, and by what you can see, you can tell that he has the money, and for some reason they're not allowing him to get a ticket. You see that one up there. You also see the lady behind the desk, issuing the tickets. It's kind of an old, the tree of all, very unattractive to look at. Doesn't matter unless you're a tree.
Right.
Just really tough to look at.
Is that the dog?
Am I boring you?
I?
He's like, I've heard this story. No.
Can I go talk to the unattractive lady?
She's not interested. She's like, I don't know.
Seriously, what is that? Yes, absolutely. So,
Cool.
and there, she's behind the desk, dealing with the fox. It's basically a very large businessman type dog cat fox hybrid, standing there, kind of thing, standing there and demanding.
What the fox say?
So,
Make me get my keychain.
so the fox thing's talking to her.
Yes.
Yeah, be like, excuse me, and then start talking to her, kind of thing.
Steps to the side.
Like, sorry. You're looking beautiful today, my darling. What are you, like, what's your secret?
And as she tries to speak, it's almost like that scowl kind of lightens up a little bit and tries to speak to you. And it sounds like twigs breaking. It's just like a crackling of.
On the grass again, alright.
But it's if do I don't know if they have. Because I want to see if you would know. I say just a basic perception. Do a perception roll.
15.
You can tell that she's not snarling.
Okay.
She's not mad at you. Listening to your words, understanding them very well.
She has RBF.
But she really knows. She's like, and if she had like eyes, like normal eyes, you can sense that they've lightened up to you because the last guy was kind of being a butthead.
Yes.
So you could feel she's just tired. It's kind of like walking up to the car rental after the last guy was just a prick,
Yeah. You're like,
right?
oh.
And finally somebody that just wants to talk to me. But you can't understand a
Yeah.
word she's saying.
I just smile, I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
So she does a scan, and you can see she pulls up that same type of. It's a different type, but it's kind of something you did see on the prison ship with Margaret, the small pad, but it's different. It's like you could tell it does similar things, but it's a smaller, different model. Let's say, and it just kind of scans, and then starts to write things down.
You can write a book about me, for sure.
And then pulls that same pad and turns it over to you, and basically in a glowing, it says to you, "What can I help you with in your language?"
Oh, so fancy. How do I get one of those credit things?
And you see it behind it. It says, "Get a job," with a frowny face.
Activate drug mode.
But thank you. You're
How do
you're
you
still
say
looking
snap in
quite
their
lovely today.
You just snap twig really hard.
Ah.
Ah.
Oh.
It was too. It was like, and it was a branch snapping. A big, instead of a frowny face, it was a branch that was then snapped. But goes through and says, "Do you need credits?"
Yeah, kinda.
And it just has like a
Jesus.
that
That was not what you think it is.
that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
That was a sea elephant.
That's Fred, the guy asking for money in the corner. That's what that was. That's what he sounds like, but you can tell he's trying to get credit. But that's what he sounds like. It does go to his like, and it just has an arrow, like, and it's pointing to the guy with the big belly that you shoved aside. The fox dog guy.
Box dog guy. Okay, I'm like, okay, thank you.
While all that's going on, can I do something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I want to turn to Trillian and say, it
Talk to her.
appears like you are the only one here that can read anything in this place. Is that true? All right, besides that sign that says ITS or ISP, whatever.
International Travel, something. Interplanetary travel system.
IPS reports or TPS.
No, it's not.
Do you see any?
Or IBS. So sorry.
Do you see any other? Are there any other signs or things that look like signage relative to like where all these people are going, like destination or like this way to whatever?
So I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna like gesture just a second and try to slink away and try to look around and see what I can glean from the environment. And maybe like listen for chatter and look at signs and stuff for a second.
There are signs. They're like large digital pads, like they're using behind the deal. There's like a little desk there, and of course they have all the. They have all the old technology is there, like typewriters and punch key stuff and old monitors and like the old tube television kind of stuff. But it just sits there, and they use this pad. It's just like it's like they've not updated the tech. They've not cleaned the old technology out of this place.
So it's like seeing a phone booth. It's like, why is that still around?
But and somebody, it's like seeing a phone booth and somebody inside of it on an
Right.
iPhone.
Right. Like,
That's what that's the irony that you're seeing is this old place, but everybody's got new technology inside of it.
Like the FAA.
Yeah, most government buildings. Besides the new technology. But you do see stuff up there. You see kind of like that travel board. They're a little bit larger in certain areas, and it says certain systems. Says VRU system, EUP system, UGIFT system. It has all these systems that it can take you to. And it's just saying when those are leaving. It's basically a departure and everything. And they don't... the best you can decipher, I mean, because we don't... In this universe, you don't really go by hours or anything, because that's kind of a planet thing. They call it daysects. And you could say daysect this. So that's kind of your equivalent to hours, is a daysect. But that's the translation of the way that they kind of do it according to that system, because the days are going to be different in every system. So, but you do see different systems and travel daysects, like when are they going to leave, type of things.
In relation to this system or this planet that we're on right now, or in relation to the location that they're going to? Or maybe that's irrelevant.
It's not. It's very relevant.
We'll have to have a local time.
Yep.
Departure time is
So
local to
do
that.
a
The arrival time you gotta be.
like a learning. What would it do? Would it be a learning?
Could be learning.
Yeah, because I mean, you're doing a lot of studies of different planets and stuff. Like, do a learning. 14. You can tell that they're not all the same. You can't tell if they're in relation to the system or the planet, but you can tell that they're not all the same. Like some of them say, 0.762. Some of them are actually like a really large number. It's like it's hard to tell what they're in relation to, but you can tell that they're at least part of at least the system or the planet that they're headed to or departing from. You don't know. It's not all the same, so it's not according to where you're at right now at all.
Can I understand any like the chatter happening, like the people who are successfully getting onto the
Absolutely.
departures?
Absolutely.
Sneaking around.
Yes, and they're not doing it very well because as soon as that spirit approached all of you, everybody kind of turned a weird eye to you, an uncomfortable eye, not scared, but just uncomfortable. And you can hear some of the banter that's going on there, especially from some of the uppity hybrids that have been mixed and different from like any sort of animals. They're kind of going. You can see it's like, oh man, hopefully don't come talk to me. You gotta, and it's in a barking noise or a howling noise or a hissing noise. Like you see like some of the reptilian ones, their tongues flapping, but you can hear it's like, oh, I hope one of those, this tripper crap. I guess we always get that at the airports. You know, that's why we come here, so we don't have to deal with this. So that's what you're hearing. You're hearing that just ignore them. If they don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact.
Does anyone seem receptive? Is it all, or is the majority of them, or any of them like?
Stupid.
The majority of them, but the big guy on the ground just asking. He could care less. The people behind the counters, they don't care. That one specific one that was there, the big bellied one that was yelling.
Mm.
He doesn't really seem to care. He's like just trying to do business. Yeah, but most of the crowd is like that. But there's a couple people that are receptive. Of course, that creature that you find absolutely like glowing the perfect color of whatever hue. Like your bluish pinks and stuff, and it's just like an orb that's glowing beautifully. That one's very receptive and has no problem just wandering around and kind of checking out what's going on. So there's a few of them that really don't care, and of course that one's very interesting to all of you.
So.
You want to tell him all that?
Yeah. Well, I was tempted to keep going on.
Oh, go for
Yeah,
it.
no. I mean, I don't want to hog the
Tell him
thing.
if you want to tell him the interpretation
I'm just
of
gonna-
what she would interpret what she sees.
I'm just gonna say that. Okay. It seems that we're in an airport and people are just coming and going, and I'm sorry, a transportation. If you haven't done much reading, it's a transportation hub where people go to and from locations. And it seems that most of the people here don't have any interest in us. In fact, they seem to be overtly wanting to keep away from us.
Yeah,
But
picked up on that.
do you see that orb over there? It's the same thing that he's saying. It's like one thing that we're all saying differently.
Yes.
Okay, do you see that really beautiful glowing orb over there? Because that is the one thing I can tell is interested in us.
Orb?
Yeah, like right there.
I don't see an orb.
What
do
do you
you
see?
see right there?
Is it behind that beautiful woman?
I don't see it. What are you guys nearby?
I haven't really moved, so yes, I suppose.
Do you see something in that general vicinity?
I do. It's more akin to what he sees than an orb.
Describe it.
It is a woman. Tall, mysterious, dark. You could not pay me enough to approach her.
Mm-hmm. You don't trust it?
Oh, I trust it with my life. I am not worthy to speak to it.
Well, that's what I see is not dark. It's glowing bright.
Me too, but not It's just
Really?
the brightest. It looks a lot like what I imagined my mother might look like. Alright.
That's not stupid.
So sorry.
Am I near them? Or am I
You wandered off a little bit
Okay.
because everybody's close to the counter because everybody's in a line. There's not a lot of room in here until you get your tickets and go through. So what would you see?
Fantastic. Bright picture.
Like the legs.
It's like, yeah, it's just like the best, like, the best.
So what you see is like somebody that you know is not your favorite bartender, but very similar. Dresses just like your favorite bartender.
Yeah,
Standing
just-
there with like two of the biggest
Yeah, it's the best.
glasses of
I am
your favorite.
down.
You could tell it even whatever your favorite beer is. It's like etched in the glass. It's sitting there and just like
Signs are like-
sloshing around, and it's got the
Arrows.
perfect amount of head coming off the top, and just that's what you see.
Yeah, just ideal Saturday night or night.
Yeah, and
Whatever.
your favorite bartender going like this.
It's like, yeah, got you.
Do we see it looking at her?
No, it's
We see
all.
something else.
All you see is what you see, and they're looking directly at you.
What do you see?
I see an Empire researcher because I just want to figure out like who my creator is, and I want to find out why I was made. Figure out what I am.
That's pretty deep.
So you see basically it's going to be similar to yours, but in different colors. Your colors are more like the blue and the pink and light and the loving colors of Empire. The loving colors of that. You see more of like the white, bright, and every once in a while like a dark blue colors in there. Very brilliant and not as like wispy, but very like true. And you can tell there's like that is a true like 1,000-year-old Empire that has studied the knowledge and knows how to repair and knows how to build from next to no tools. That's what you see over there, just overwhelmingly just saying, I got you. I know, you can feel like I know where you're from. I know how to help you.
Sweet.
That's what you all see.
Attack hugs.
And
I want you.
converse.
I don't see what you guys see, so
This makes me like I'm really drawn to this thing over there, but it makes me nervous that we're all seeing it differently. So,
Very
So
interesting.
how far away is this creature?
I mean, probably 30 feet. I
Is
mean,
it getting closer? Just kind of.
no.
What's behind it?
The subway tiles, the tiles on the wall.
So it's right up against the wall?
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's kind of in line, but stepped out of line. Just a little bit closer to you.
I'll attack it.
Me too. I was coming with. Let's go.
I'll wait here.
I'm gonna cautiously follow you.
Is
but
there a place where
that's my character.
I could teleport that would be behind it? Like not not close to it, but just someplace out of sight
Of it?
of it.
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to teleport there.
You have to roll for a teleport.
I just want to see
Might
if
end up
it's
in a
follow.
wall.
If it's island policy.
I just want to see if it notices, if it follows.
You can teleport too.
Yeah, I was about to also teleport.
Oh, Jesus. We were just gonna casually walk.
I kind of walk. I don't know. My like
You're
metal
like-
body kind of walks, but they're. It's like barely happening.
Can I like teleport to
Like
the
a
other
2D
side
animation
where
from the
he's not?
Disney.
You can honestly, if you have the teleport capabilities, you roll it to make sure it works
Okay.
and how well it works, and then absolutely, you can do whatever you want.
18. So is that
What's your power level on that? What's the power level on a teleport?
3?
So you had to roll a 16
Okay.
for it to work. And how far can you teleport on a power level of 3?
Oh god.
You see, and I don't know. I'm just asking you because I honestly don't know, but I just know the basic rules. So
All right.
let's look it up. That's why we're doing this.
What is that?
That wasn't a roll.
So where was that?
I didn't make it.
Fine.
Big.
What power level was yours? 3?
Yep.
And you didn't roll a 16?
13.
13. So you teleport. It occurs. But for some reason, when you teleported, there's a lot of things in line getting tickets. A lot of things in line. And you teleported, like, right in the center of, like, a strangely like a pig / humanoid kind of spirit. You are literally standing inside of it. Because you almost got there, but poof, and you're standing inside of a pig.
Is it suffocating?
No, it's a spirit.
Oh,
Like,
spirit. I'm so sorry.
There's a whole spirit inside of him, around him.
Spirit
Of
of
it.
I already made that comparison.
I was just doing Galaxy Quest.
Wrong
It
one.
says mentioning location.
That's what. But you see like the inside of it, and that's where you currently are.
That'll do big.
And I know I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, yeah, well, you know you're in the middle of something.
Someone.
You've never seen a pig humanoid creature ever, so that's what you're inside of. And you can't understand anything that it's saying at this point.
Smell like bacon.
Uncooked. No, it's a spirit. So it's really, you don't smell anything. It's more of a
Yeah.
cold, breathy feeling.
Like, excuse me, and then try to step away.
That was awkward.
Yeah, it's like, and it just moves aside, like very uncomfortable. And
I'll just like walk like I have business.
do you walk towards the beautiful, bright, glowing away?
Away.
But you do notice her. Kind of a very flirty chuckle.
She was a big.
No, I know she's fake. But you succeeded in a teleport. Where did you end up? Where did you want to end up? How close?
Like, I wanted to end up on somewhere where you couldn't see me, but I could just like peek around a corner. Just like my head, just peek around a corner.
So you want to go onto a side, and then you definitely have to roll some sort of to just be out of the way, because you teleported, so you can definitely teleport to where you're out of line of sight. But if you're going to peek around a corner, that's another
Okay.
kind of like
So would that be like
this being may
stealth?
see you. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Is there stuff?
It's more of like, to me it'd be more like an agility, like a movement.
Sweet.
You'd have to move quietly and know when to peek out and when not to. And look at your abilities too. If you have any sort of boons or banes that you wanted to do, these are perfect times to use them against somebody.
Okay. Well, I don't have any, but I'm just gonna roll agility.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's perfect.
Okay, so 22.
22. You very well can peek around the corner.
Alright.
Without this entity, this glowing white, dark bluish Umpire, you can tell that it does not notice.
Okay. Are those two up talking to it now? Or
I don't know.
like-
Tell me. Are you?
Yeah, two of us walking
You walked up to the. What did you just want to walk directly up to the?
up. Yeah.
And you see her, see him. Who's your favorite bartender? Male or female? Male. And is it a tiger stripe or?
Yep.
Okay.
Same thing as me.
Got it. So standing up there.
It's like, what's up?
I got 2.
Yes. Perfect.
And can you? What is your resolve?
My what?
Your resolve. You have guard, toughness, and resolve.
14.
14. So, as you see, you come up to him and you start to feel like unworthy, which is really creepy to you. because you're very competent. You know how to say the right things. But for some reason, you don't feel, all of a sudden, the closer you get, you feel like you don't even deserve that beer. It's not something that you've earned in your life. This person is better than you. And you feel like that you want to curl up in a corner and like suck your thumb in a fetal position. That's the feeling that is coming over the inside of your whole spirit. I'll look up the Bane specifically. It's called Demoralized.
Let's say, I demoralize her right back.
You all.
I have a Bane focus and demoralize.
Do it. She rolled a 45
Jesus
in
Christ.
Demoralized.
Oh.
It was like
Holy
one of my D10s exploded twice. So I was like,
Ouch.
this is not going to be good.
So have fun with that.
So anybody
Yeah.
that, because it's a Demoralized is kind of one of those area.
That you find your happy place.
Yeah. My table of contents. There we go.
shit. I don't know what to roll for the demoralize.
I really did well.
For Demoralized?
Yeah.
You're Demoralized. It depends on Demoralized. You can roll either. There's a lot for Demoralized. You can do Agility, Energy, Entropy, Influence, Might, Persuasion, Presence.
Okay. So any of those rolls on that one I can use for it?
To demoralize back,
Yeah.
you can.
So I can use. What's the ones that I can use to demoralize?
Almost anything. So what's your highest? What's your highest attribute?
Deception.
Oh wow.
Not deception.
Almost everything.
Yeah.
Everything but deception.
Okay, persuasion and presence.
Persuasion
Oh,
and presence.
Persuasion.
You can roll that
Okay.
for sure.
14, yeah, no. It's not working out.
And it knows that you're doing it, and it's still holding those two beers, and still doing the same thing. It's like, drink up. But you feel like, I need to somehow pay for those. I'm not worthy. I was like,
Right.
you're looking at your stuff around you, and you're like,
Shit.
do you think they'll take a knife for it? Will they take maybe my socks?
Pinky finger.
You know, maybe just a little bit of my hair. You really don't have any idea how to pay for this beer that's literally being offered to you, but you are
Can't
overwhelmingly have to pay for it because you're not worthy. Not worthy. Right? It is really, it's that big, it's overwhelming to you.
I can't do.
It's all your fault.
I know, I'm like, oh.
What do you do? What does Ditz do?
I don't know. Shit.
Oh, don't do that.
That's weird. That's a weird reaction.
Just like,
And a shit.
I was like,
Hairball.
she's behind me, right?
For you.
Right, you're behind me.
Everybody is, because you walked like, he tried to go up and
Went
ended up
pig,
inside of a
yeah. Awkward Tuesday.
pig. Yes.
Yeah.
You walked right up. Grip vanished. Like,
He's like,
I mean, you probably didn't even notice it because you were just beelining it to
Yeah.
the beer. Beer in a Subway, and I'm like, I'm there.
I don't know what to do.
Two of my favorite things.
So what does Jaya? What is Jaya doing then?
Has the Fox Dog Man put away his credits? Like, is he still physically holding them, or is he put like?
Oh,
whatever-
they're in his satchel
Okay.
now, but he's still standing in line, still discussing. You could see it's kind of like when you're waiting to see the manager.
Sure.
You're standing
So-
next to the employee, just stand there with this crossed hooves, paws, whatever. They're paws, but you can't tell what
Right.
cat, fox, dog, whatever. But it's like resting on his big belly.
Okay.
Because he's pretty trim everywhere else, but just has the big
Right.
businessman pot belly. And just standing there, and everybody else is still going through the line with the
Right.
tree lady. But he's just, you can tell he's just standing there waiting.
So I want to go up and try and liberate whatever is holding his credits, whether it's a card or a stick or whatever, from his satchel.
Yeah, it's the, you've seen one. But yeah, it's, you saw him shaking. It's kind of
Right.
like that buzzer that you.
Oh,
get,
yeah,
like-
yeah. I want to try and pickpocket him, basically.
Okay, and he's like this, and his satchel's on his side here. So yeah, go ahead and do it. It's do you have any sort of bane or anything like that, or you just want to do a pure agility?
I think I just want to do pure agility.
Okay, do it.
Hey, first explosion for me.
Yay!
So that's 1925.
Ooh.
I rolled a 10 and then a 9 on my d10.
So what I'm going to do is just make sure that his, because he's got to do a perception on that then. And of course, I wasn't ready for him. Big vet guy. There it is. So yeah, basically he's too distraught and still got a lot of grumbling, but his grumbling sounds like a whiny kitty cat.
Okay.
Like, like it seems like you can tell when he's upset. Like the little cat comes out when he's
Right.
when he's yelling at somebody. His bark comes out,
Sure.
and now he's just like, I need milk. That kind of
Right.
that kind of sound. Let's go to Disneyland. It'll be fun. So he's way too whiny and distracted, and you have zero issues. It's just a nice. You don't know what kind of flesh it's made out of, but it's
Right.
made of. Call it leather if you want. But you flip it up, take it right out, and you have a
Okay.
credit.
All right.
You have no idea what it is.
Right.
You just know that it can get you things.
Right.
That's what you understand.
I'm basically going to take a step back and try to, like... I'm basically just waiting for them to finish talking to this being that I still do not want to approach at all. Because if it's what I think it is, she'd kill me. So... So yeah, I'm just sort of standing back and waiting for them to come up. And then once they walk back and be like, I think I've solved our problem. I just show them that I somehow obtained these credits. But I'm letting the two of them talk to this thing.
Okay, you're having a tough moment.
Tough
No.
time of not being
Okay.
like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. It's the first time in my
You're
life.
hiding around the corner, right?
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's just
You may be feeling a little dirty, and a little uncomfortable. That you were just inside of a being you've never seen before or even dreamt up. You know, you were just inside of it.
And I didn't even get a drink.
Nope. So, you may want to invest in that a day after going. But, you still see that glowing and everything. Did you want to take any action?
Yes, I think I want to see if I can hear what she's feeling or thinking with my telepathy. Just want to see if she's. Is that?
How do you want to use it?
I think I want to.
Is it something you want to use as a boon bane thing, or is it just something you want to just straight up?
There's mind dredge.
Yeah.
I don't have mind bridge. No, okay, so maybe I'll just talk to her. Maybe I'll just say, "Who are you?"
In the most. Yeah,
okay.
and you hear the kind of the sparks and everything from there. Let's do that. We can do sparks. Why not? So you hear kind of that sparky, that feeling, and it's almost like you feel it within inside your own sparks, and you have pulses of like excitement, a little bit of like, not fear, like I'm scared, but fear of respect for this. And I'm gonna do that too. What is your resolve?
I don't think. Wait.
You should have a resolve. It should be your third normal stat. You have guard, toughness, and resolve.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's only 10.
10. Okay. So you feel like this is like the equivalent to your being's like goddess, like something that is worshipped, and you can't get that close. You're getting there. It's almost like if you had knees, well, you do in your form that you have, you would take a knee. You're feeling that. You know, I'm saying you're going to, but I'm saying that type of feeling is like you are in front, not just royalty, but a god that or goddess that your royalty would have worshipped. That's how big and amazing this is.
I know. Like I feel like okay, so I feel that, yes, but based on our previous interactions, knowing that that's not what they're saying, do I feel like I feel like I would feel distrustful also, and like I would want to know more. So, but I can't get closer because she's.
Well, you can. I'm just saying. You're telling this is the feeling. Let's do maybe do. I'm trying to think of what do you guys feel would be a good dice roll in a sense to. I know this, but in this system, I know another system what I would roll, but in this system, what do you feel should roll? Like, I don't feel very trusting, even though I'm having this feeling. It's kind of like I'm getting deceived. It wouldn't be I don't know, perception's kind of your default.
Will,
I think
maybe?
will might be.
Could we say logic? Because she knows that the rest of us are seeing something different.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What about,
Logic.
I mean, there's a
Excellent.
deception ability. Can you use that to sort of see through deception?
I think you gotta have like an
Deceive and
anti-deception though. I feel like this logic and deception might be like antis, right? You're trying to deceive and your logic going, no, that makes no sense. So, and hers is, it's not much of a deception, but it's,
Yeah, like seeing, like, yeah, I can tell this is not a very good area, you know, that they're not seeing what I'm seeing, so do I really trust that?
yeah, go ahead. I think
So-
that's a good one. I think logic is a good one.
Alright, I don't have any
Yeah.
extra bonuses.
Solve riddles,
That's
decipher code, improvise a tool, understand
Nine.
the strategy.
9.
Nine.
So
Nine.
you know that they're 9. You can see that these guys don't see the same thing. You don't trust them yet either.
Okay, yeah.
So they could be just trying to deceive you. That's what's going on in your head. It's like they could be just trying to pull one over on me because I'm different. You know, these flesh creatures are, you know.
Meatbags.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You feeling me?
That's not how I feel.
That could be really what's going on. So
Okay.
that's what you're meeting up with. She is kind of luring you in. But while that's all happening, everybody's like feeling like kind of in the dumps. Like you just got out of a pork sandwich. I mean, really, that's what's going on. You want a beer real bad, and you can't get it. You're hiding around a corner, going, "Man, this is like something that could save me from everything," and I can't even look it in the eye. I'm trying to find out what's going on with it. All these things are happening, and in the back, pretty loud, pretty.
Keyjar's back.
Yeah.
You feel like this wind comes from down the
Oh
tunnel,
my gosh, sweet jams.
Sweet shots.
and the only thing you can see is like a purple glow at first. It's the collar, the tie.
Oh my god. Sweet
Oh, that's yeah.
yeah.
I think I know why you're here. Pech's here.
I know him.
You may
I'm
have.
with
a
the
friend
band.
from
I'm
work.
with the band.
You're right. I think he has a direction for you trippers.
I'm gonna
Yes.
base my
Sweet
way-
jams!
Yeah.
He knows where Tanya is.
Where is he?
None of that will go to Brick.
Oh.
Welcome. We're back from our break. We've had snacks and other endeavors.
I'm still eating.
We
I should have
More.
and you should. That's the way it should be. We are awake. Awakened.
Waiting for it.
Thanks for watching, guys. I know we've had some viewers come in and out and had some questions, and hopefully we got some of those questions answered. One of them was roll20.net. Definitely check that out if you're looking for a community to play if you can't play in your home. But we did have 2 new followers tonight. All right, that's a huge deal. That just means that you are actively wanting to be part of the channel. So we will have a lot more stuff that you can be part of coming up as we grow. But it's I know it's probably really cool the way you make it, and I don't know how to make it cool. SVZ Nova, and it's probably really something cool, but I'm missing out. Suznova. It's probably super cool, and I don't know.
Stop, I'm so cute.
But and your pal Pinky, very cool.
No card just for you guys.
Yep, I really enjoy that. I really enjoy. We all do followers during the show because we do have sponsors that really are very helpful in what we do. Arc Night with our plastic minis, and the more followers we have, I think we're at like 111 now. I think we're at 111. If I'm doing my math right, 111 of followers. So that means we're a short little bump away from our next 25 to where we will give away some more downloadable content, like downloadable minis, downloadable tokens, maps, all that kind of crazy cool stuff. But we also subscribe, guys. You have no idea the cool things that you can get if you subscribe. I'm working on so many cool things, and already Original Gamer Apparel is, if you subscribe tonight, you will get $25 to their site, which is basically a absolutely free nerdy geeky t-shirt that you can order online and ship right to your house. I mean, it's free. I have a code that I'm literally like itching. Not because of the condition I have, but because I want to give it away.
Or the shirt.
Or the shirt that's too tight because I've gained too many pounds. But no, I really want to give this stuff away. Original Gamer Apparel, local guy, great guy that wants to support the channel. So it's some amazing support that we're getting. So, of course, Ambient Realms, we have the cool sounds going on. Check them out, ambientrealms.com, because they got a new product out. Super cool. All the stuff that we're using to make this happen, the audio and sounds, is now available as of like today. I got an email today saying it is available, so you can actually have these sweet sounds on your channel, or if you just want to rock out to crazy cave sounds. That's up to you. But I like it. Plus, I like to push buttons. So, all that good stuff. Well, let's go back to some strange travel
Sweet jams.
subway-esque.
Just said it, that's their name. Sweet Jams.
Yep.
Sweet jams with the Hell
Okay.
yeah. Guitar
Thank you,
solo.
Twitch ad.
I kind of felt that.
Yeah,
I was like, well,
I was
it's-
feeling it this time.
It was the spirits. It was her solo. Yeah,
Wait,
that's-
she's the only one playing.
And now on drum,
Flame hour energy!
flames come out of the guitar.
I'm a bard, next level bard.
But you do see that the spirit did come back. The sweet jams, the dits just, yeah, that's sweet jams from my hometown.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But did come up directly and Grip dressed. In order to pull my apologies. Grip did come up and address this spirit with the guitar and the purple collar, keyboard tie. And said, she said, he said, she said, we know where Tanya is. Pick knows. I found Pick.
Where's Pech?
He's coming. He had some work to do.
Nice.
What's the ETA until he gets here?
The who? Is that another clan? I've heard you like to talk about clans. E.T.
Ouch.
When will Pech be here?
Oh, very soon. Very soon.
Do you know
Great.
where Tanya is?
No. Only travelers know. The Pechs. They're all travelers.
Is there a difference between a traveler and a tripper?
Oh. Yes. Yes, there is.
What is the difference?
Travelers. You want to know?
I would like to.
Hold on.
Nice.
Sweet. Travelers. They wait for you. They've been waiting for you for hundreds, thousands of years. You're here. Now that you're here, we need to get all of you together.
Hang on a second, some jam.
You feeling it, Jerry? Oh, sounds like a lie.
Right.
Yeah. I got that memo. Not very phonetic, are you?
No. No, I am not.
So what'd you end up doing to our pack we sent?
I didn't do anything to him.
He hasn't slept in a few days.
That's common. He's probably been pretty sweaty. Or than normal.
Your translation, I think it's shat. I think the word is shat.
Also, makes sense.
Yes.
He wanted some of my food. I happily obliged.
He was excited about the snacks. Woo!
Was he still around?
Oh yeah, he's quite round. Kind of smelly too.
Let me rephrase that. Did he die?
Oh, now Pechs normally don't die. They don't very well persevere either. They just kind of exist. Hence why they're travelers.
Got it.
Hard to kill, hard to live with.
I sort of gathered,
Yes.
given the two I've met.
Like mother-in-laws.
Oh. I think I understand that context. Yep. Had one.
Nice.
Anybody else want to interact with
Sweet Jams.
whoever she is.
Sweet James is what
I've decided her name is Sweet Jams.
Play the slow jam version. one.
Slow jam.
Slow jam, yeah. We have these ones when you look. Yeah, alright, yeah. Pretty good.
That's just one button. Programmed that earlier today.
I like it.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Slow and low. I think that you call that the tempo.
Do we already know this thing's name?
No,
What's
Sweet
your
Jam.
name? Yeah, what's your name?
my name. I'm from the great beyond.
Alright.
You would say that I'm so far from the great beyond, you can't even say my name. So they call me Beyond-Ce.
Wow. That's a pretty good name.
Insert dad joke here.
That's right. Let's close this.
We're all done here.
And that's it. Campaign over.
Yeah, like I said, you can character sheet draw, and I'm out.
Okay.
Alright, well, beyond say. Do we need to meet?
2 words.
Right, we really don't want to upset that one. Would it be faster if we met Pech somewhere?
Oh, he's here.
Where are you at?
Maybe
He's coming. I already told Griff.
Alright.
Griffalicious. I'm really feeling this. Keep time. Thank you.
How you doing? You having a good day? A nice time?
And now my slow jam's on.
I think we're the only ones tripping.
And you do hear slightly in the back, you hear that same silly sound. You hear a voice. Trillian hears a voice, but everybody hears that. And it's very far away. And it's coming down from like one of the tunnels from one of the traveling markers. But he's running, and you all recognize like, it's Pech. He's coming. But you don't know.
I mean,
Natural 20.
Right?
Awesome.
It exists.
Oh, you're so cute. Oh my god.
Anybody want to do anything at this point?
I'm gonna turn to Ditz. The being that you spoke to,
Yeah.
what did she say to you?
Good. Nothing but offering me beers. Yeah, sorry. They were offering me something. I just couldn't take it. I felt like I wasn't worthy of them. Really
I
weird.
see.
Yeah. Didn't know what to do. Just kinda
Is the
Yeah.
being still like watching us?
The being's still there.
Okay.
And if you want to take a glance, you still, every time that you take a glance, I don't know where you ended up, but this spirit that was playing the sweet jams, it saw you with not even a problem. But if anybody wants to glance at that creature or whatever that was over there, eye contact or electrical, you can feel it. Yeah, you can tell that it's like it sees you, and it's very smiley and inviting. So that's
Got it.
anybody want to do anything before Pech? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Yeah, his long arms are hitting the ground. If you're looking, he's like going as fast as he can, like a very estranged, like tennis ball-esque orangutan movement. Just like, just coming in and comes up to you And are you guys all still spread out, or what did you guys group
I
up at
think
all?
we're in.
I think we've kind of regrouped around
Yeah.
Beyond-Ce.
Did you
Beyond.
decide? Did you tell them about
Not yet.
what you had?
Not yet.
Okay, that's why I want to make sure that we know if we have or haven't. So you pull up. And he has 4 more capsules with him. Just like the one that you crushed up and flew at your face. And he's saying, do you think they need these?
Yeah.
And gives them to you. What do you want to do with them?
I think the reason I'm able to translate everything is because of this capsule. I think you need to open it and inhale.
That's what you experienced.
Yes.
You experienced him crushing it,
Smart.
and like you
Yeah, you
inhaled
can-
all of the stuff.
Yeah,
across.
just get lines going.
So I'm gonna pass it on to each. Yeah. If you want, you can do it.
It's up to you guys.
Whatever cavity you wanna put it. I'm so sorry.
Sure, I haven't partied in a
Sounds like a
while.
really stuffy episode.
It might be more effective. I don't know.
Pick an orifice, any orifice.
Step into my way.
Okay. So you
So is it like crunch or come apart? Or like
It's like a capsule that if you crush it, it's like when you put effervescent stuff in water. When you crush it, it does the same sort of thing in the air. It kind of does that fizz and like dissipates
Did you
into
see
the
Wonder
air.
Woman? It's
No,
like
I
the
haven't.
thing. Oh, never mind. No spoilers. It's like a thing from that. There's
Oh,
like an
wow.
exact image for that.
Dang it! I wish I'd have stolen it because I
That
didn't
was so
steal
great.
it. I didn't steal it. I haven't seen it.
Well,
My wife has.
It was yeah. It was exactly
like you know the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the thing.
The
Yeah.
thing with the stuff, and then you put it in
I
the
don't want to
cabinet.
spoil something for you, but
It's not that spoily.
it's not. But
It's
it's
a little spoily. It's
basically
a coal.
a
It's a
drug
coal.
that you break open and inhale.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's like that's exactly what I'm picturing for this. So
And I didn't intend that. So, but yeah, because I have not even seen it.
It's really glowing.
So creative.
Well, you
minds,
should.
You know,
It's great.
Yeah,
I must
it's
be a
great.
DC guy.
Afterwards, I
Please
just
don't.
wanted to leap and fight and stuff and be running
Jump in
right
slow
then.
motion.
Yeah.
All right, so then I'm gonna snap open the capsule and breathe in whatever comes out.
Yeah. You done? I'm ready. Yeah. It's been a while since I've partied, so I'm ready.
What about you?
Yeah, I'll crush it and snort away.
You guys are all very trusting.
I know. I was like very trusting people.
You warned me that
I'm
I was
really
about to die.
innocent. Yeah.
Like,
I was like, I believe you now.
Michael, kid
You saved my life.
thing.
So yeah, at that his turns into. You know where we need to go. There's places we need to be.
Oh shit, this stuff's strong.
You guys,
I'm tripping.
Yeah.
you guys aren't gonna make it if we don't get there and pick up somebody we need to pick up.
Hey, can you get it right this time?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I try. All I have is this piece of equipment. It's supposed to do the right thing, and sometimes it doesn't.
Can he
We haven't used it in about 42 million years, so we're trying.
Why are your arms so long?
That's racist.
oh my God, Ditz, you can't just ask people why their arms are so long.
My arms?
Those aren't his arms.
These? Oh, arms. So I can hold stuff.
Sounds fair. Alright.
Long arms.
Where do
hold
we need
long
to go
things.
and what do we need to
Where's
get?
Tanya?
And for big hugs.
You know,
I know where
say hello.
I know where Tanya is. That's where we need to go.
Let's go.
She's in the Althea system. She's on Barth.
I don't want to go there.
Barth.
Bartholomew.
Bar.
On Barth.
Okay, I don't care what mine is. Let's
You
go.
can't do that on this show. Barth. You need to go to Barth.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, let's go to the Barth station.
We're going to Barth.
I'm gonna go to the bar. Just the Barth tickets.
Okay. Barth.
Barth Brooks.
Barth.
Are we
Follow me.
traveling method again, or can we take another way there?
How do you? I don't know.
Maybe a horse.
We're in a transport station.
What are we doing?
Oh,
We can hug it.
dude,
I'm sorry.
you guys have credits?
Yes. And I pull it out.
That's why I have credits.
What's a credit?
Yeah.
He puts the little item back in there. He takes out that the scanner, like a typical scanner. I don't know what brand they have in this, but it's a
Scanner.
Sonasonic. Sorry.
Sona Technotronic.
Sonotechnotronic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this beat is. What's it called? This beat is by Sonos. All right, but just scan it and go. Ooh. That'll get 3 of you there.
Goodbye.
But I have. Hold on. And he pulls out that rod again. I think it'll work. I promise.
I trust him.
Did you have your 2 drinks? Did you lube up?
When did
No, we didn't have any drink.
That's
Not since
gonna
the
suck.
first time we traveled.
But he does like a light tap, and things dissipate, but you end up. It's not a nauseating. You don't dissipate or anything. You're suddenly in like a almost like empty space. Like there's no walls, no anything. It's not white. Yeah, similar. Similar in that like it's like an unloaded program. Let's just look at it that way. But
Guns.
Reach out my hand and grab
We
whatever.
need lots of guns.
yeah, but it is like kind of like a
you
loading
think
screen in a
that's
sense.
air you're breathing?
But you do see just a very, very like 7, almost 8 foot tall, like very light green skin, but only like 100 pound, like very lanky creature, just kind of flowing, kind of like when there's a light wind at a car sales place.
Cute.
Instead of the,
Oh, got it.
it's just a light wind. It just kind of flows and stands there.
It's more chill.
But you do see, I mean, you have all of you there. You're basically in the same position you were just at, including Pech, same position, everything there. And it has very light movements, and you can understand what it's saying, but it speaks in almost like chants. Welcome, my trippers. It's time to go.
I'm like, I can't control my excitement.
But it's and welcome back to our place, to where you need to be.
Who wrote this?
Just that
Wrote
dude
what?
from. Yep.
What did we write?
Never mind.
It's just that
You
guy
got
from
it.
We're
Galaxy
here
Quest.
to serve you.
No. Say that.
It's Pech. Pech goes, yeah, we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be here. This is the TSA. We're supposed to be here.
I gotta go.
Okay.
I know what happens here.
The TSA. We've been around for millions of years. We call ourselves the Tripper Status Alliance. We've been waiting for you. And all of you. Thanks for knocking on our door. His name was Jack Tripper.
So where do we need to go?
What?
Where do we need? We need to get Tanya. Talk to Mr. Foley.
Can you take us to Tanya? Can you get us
Do you
to
know
Tanya?
who Tanya is?
I do not. Well, I've heard him
No
mention
idea.
it. Mention Tanya.
Can you bring Tanya here?
Yeah. Worth a shot.
It's for you. Room temperature.
Would you like to express them who
Yeah.
Tanya is?
Tanya is a pie that I saved from people in black cloaks. I'm not sure whatever they were. They were in black cloaks and they killed her parents. And I just kind of got her out of there before anything could happen to her. And that's about it.
She's a what? Empire?
Empire.
What's an empire?
It's what I look like. It's
Hmm.
like a glowy thing. Sparky, minus the exoskeleton of little kid. I'm too scared to take it off.
Alright.
Do you know where? I assume you're
What
looking
makes
for
her
her.
so sweet?
Yeah. We've just been kind of just taking care of each other for like as long as I remember. And they know where she is, and I need to go find her immediately. So,
Pick nose. Pick nose. And within like her small skin, like reaches inside of it,
That's gross.
pulls out a small like maybe 1 inch, like a smooth black stone. Troopers, this is for you.
Hold out my hand.
And you're on satchel.
And the
Yeah,
arm,
very interesting.
like, you didn't realize how long this arm was. It's like as long as she is, or he is tall.
Right.
Keep it safe.
What's that?
You'll need it as you go on your trips.
Yeah, you just get some
When you
rock.
reach a planet. I missed it. What'd you say?
We're all like,
She
but
said,
what
yeah,
is
you
it
just give us
though?
a rock.
It's a rock.
Great.
Is it somewhat
What is
shaped
it?
like a lobster?
I want a rock!
Rock!
I want
So,
to!
It looks really shiny
Yes.
to me. I love it.
so with them telling me to keep it safe, I want to absorb it into my body.
Could we tell what material it was made of? Like, would I be able to
Do
know?
I have to roll an absorb object for that?
Before we did that,
Yeah.
would I have been
It's
able
a-
to see what kind of material it was made of?
You would see, but you wouldn't notice. You would do history. With a history on
What is this?
more of a learning. Do a
Okay.
learning. Do a learning check.
I need to do.
You just put it in your eyeball, you're like, fuck.
You're like,
So I rolled a 7.
14.
14. So you know
Stick it out
that
of your belly
this
button.
is something that
I'm just holding it in my mouth.
you haven't read about,
We're fine,
but
Mark.
you can recognize just by the knowledge of seeing the stone that it is older than anything you've ever seen. Yet the technology is
That old.
intimidating.
This technology is what you said.
Yes, the technology you can
of
tell
the
is intimidating.
Oh.
It's not hard to recognize, even you guys, to recognize that there's a technology in it. Even though it's a natural object, there's a technology in it. You would understand it as magic. You two probably would. Ditz might not even care.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
Yeah.
Maybe trade it for something.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know
I
that.
hear.
Yeah. But she goes to speak, and I didn't. I'm gonna loop that.
Loop it.
That was not on the Baby Driver soundtrack.
No, it wasn't. But many other things were. We can talk about it.
All you need to do is you rolled a what on the absorption?
7.
Okay.
You just
And where'd you
can't
try to
smack your
put it?
head
Where'd you try to
there.
put it though?
Like just in my arm, because I mean my forearms are taken.
my
so
pocket.
Just sort of.
Here, kind
Yeah.
of where this creature took it out
Right.
of.
Right.
Oh, would you like me to try?
Sure.
This is a little horrific looking, right?
And just drops it like into your mouth.
Oh. Okay.
This is weird.
It's really uncomfortable.
Hey,
Until you get better, use the cavities you already have.
How big is this rock?
It's probably like a
All right.
bouncy ball.
Okay.
Could he choke on it?
I think I'm about to just.
You're gonna
swallow it.
absorb it though. I mean, you're
Okay.
absorbing
Oh,
it
okay.
to a cavity that you have.
Not
In a
just-
sense, you
Sure.
are absorbing it into your body.
Okay.
It's not you're not swallowing,
Got it. Okay.
but it's just she's
I really just pictured her just like placing it in her mouth, and I'm like, great, thanks.
and then it absorbs.
Got it. Okay.
Like in your
That's
gums.
the last time I dropped acid.
It's like this.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
think
this.
it
can I see
will
that
be.
for a second?
Great, alright.
Later.
You will
How to
need
get
that
back.
stone, Trippers.
I will keep it safe.
All you have to do is knock 3 times on the planet's surface if you want to know something.
What is this rock? You have another rock. Can we hit them together to know what they?
We've done that before.
And the result was.
Humanoid creatures. We're trying to get rid of them.
Okay.
I've got jokes.
When?
You will need this rock, this stone, to tap on the earth, the planet's surface. It will tell you what you need to know.
Well, thank you.
Be well.
Shit's scary.
And it turns very
This is really weird.
stiff and rigid into almost like a reed. It stops moving.
Take back the tequila drugs.
Itching.
I'd say, yeah. We're talking, right?
Yeah. Just seeing some weird shit too. Alright.
I think they call them drugs.
Suppose it was a mind-altering substance.
Drugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a great. It's just.
Great drugs.
I
Thanks
see
for
what
the
you did there.
drugs.
So
Great-
long.
great
Thanks
So
for all
long.
the drugs.
All right.
Sorry.
So.
Everything that room dissipates. He, have you noticed, he was trying to use his traveling device. It never actually activated.
Oh. Oh, what is it? The thing.
You never
The shake weight.
went anywhere.
Right.
Shake it.
Yeah, the shake weight did not
Yeah,
activate.
We didn't, it
He-
didn't activate.
The whole time he was been working on it, doing this, trying to get it to work,
Oh, was it?
moving stuff.
Are
You
we-
are
Oh, at a fucking club. Hell yeah.
you still got Madame Beyond-Ce in the corner.
Oh wait, so we're still in the middle of the.
You're back right where you were.
Oh, it was probably
She's
the
up there
thing.
to the synthesizer.
The thing. Can I look at the?
She's got like she found a pair of headphones on one ear now. She's starting to resemble Diplo.
Can I look back at the bartender with beard?
You will see you're
Still there?
still there. Everything's exactly where it was. Like time stopped. Like you're back to where everything just went to start moving again.
All right.
Guitar person,
Oh, she's the DJ now.
does she know?
Beyond-Ce.
You have to roll
Yeah.
Know what?
the dance now.
No, that was
Seems to know that
that was Billy Bass the fish made you dance. So this is just a groove.
Assuming I can
I'm
get
so
it back
curious.
out. Yes.
Hey,
So you want to know?
Yes, I want to know all the stuff.
I thought we were just waiting for
What-
Pick
what
to take
happened?
us
Aren't we on
to
bar?
Tanya.
But Pick Peck it didn't work.
You're back at the subway station.
Is Pick Peck
Or the station. Pick Pick's right there.
He's
It's
still
like-
trying to work the shake weight.
Nothing. Yeah, he's still working on it. He's got
He's
the
working
shake
it.
weight is like.
Maybe he needs two of them.
I'm trying to do the infomercial. I mean, we've all seen it. So, like, serious, it's like stabbing two dinosaurs and drinking the blood.
Sure, let's go with that.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, of course.
Oh, that was vivid.
You did have to click, but this is mature. I tried to keep it PG-13. I had to go with shake weight. I was inspired.
So you want me to try and use the stone here? Alright, I'm gonna try and take this stone out.
Oh, we should.
Is that
use
another-
the planet.
Or can you take it out, or are you just about to take out a
What-
bowler?
I don't know. Is this... would that be another absorbed
Wait,
object to
can't
grab
you
it back?
just
Let's do it.
do you knock the rock, or do you just knock the planet?
Knock the rock.
You're not.
Oh no, I can
Space ball.
recall it automatically. So it looks like putting it in is the roll, but taking it out is just... I just do it.
It's like, yes.
Cool, so... Okay.
Hey, before you do anything with it, can I use my prescience ability and try and see if I can detect magic, detect thoughts, any kind of.
What are you trying to, but specifically, what are you trying to detect? Because if it's multiple people, it's different. If you're trying to do one specific thing, it's a straight roll. If you're trying to do other, like, multiple objects, it becomes disadvantage.
Oh, just on the stone.
Okay, so on the stone.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely.
So hold it.
Yeah, okay, I'll hold it. I don't think I need to hold
It's
it.
got
Wow.
it's got bile on it.
Ooh, then he probably shouldn't.
you don't know where it came from at this point.
Right.
Kind of
Ooh,
swallow the rock.
nice.
Explode.
Explosion.
That's the highest. Where you going?
Oh.
32.
Fuck it.
Almost. 36 was the highest, but 32. And you're doing specifically.
That's stone.
Okay, on that stone specifically, it is everything you understand about the most purest, ancient piece of magic that you have ever, like, you can't even dream of how pure magic that is. From where you're from, your understanding is it is like the beginning of where your magic comes from. It comes from that era. The true, pure beginning of your understanding of magic.
Okay. I will look shaken. Not shake waken.
Mustard.
Like holy crap.
Took me a second.
Put that one in there.
This is like an infinity stone. This is something very, very significant. I don't think you should go using it on the subway floor.
The being did tell us tapping it on, I suppose it said the planet's surface, would tell us what we need to know.
When we get to wherever Tanya is, I don't think Tanya is here.
I think we should play.
You're not gonna play with it.
It's just a rock.
Let's steal some more credits.
No one said steal.
Yeah, you don't know he stole it. He just.
For all you know, I just
You
have
know
them.
he has money.
Obtaining,
Somehow he got money.
obtaining stuff.
I think it was
As much as it pains me to say it, it's probably safest where you had it. Or
Right.
elsewhere.
Right.
Boo.
All right. I
Boring.
trust your
It's
assessment.
just a rock, though.
It's clearly not.
It's not.
I like
just a rock.
dying
It is
to know
not
what
just
it
a rock.
It's a very
is.
special rock.
My curiosity.
I'm going to try and absorb that object again. Oh, that's better. 15. Nope, that's not better. It's still
What's the power level you needed?
4. So
You'd
18.
have to roll an 18.
So
No.
I guess I'll just
Hold
tuck
on.
it into like wherever I have the credits. I assume my armor has pockets.
Yeah, I mean you have
Just gonna hold
pockets.
on
You
to
have
it for now.
pockets and pouches if you
Right.
Right. Everybody would have
I'm
something.
just holding it in your cheek. Yeah. You're like spitting out magic.
Hey, man. Okay, so
You're not
that
crook.
that pick is there. He's still working on his device. Do you know how to curse?
Oh yes.
I feel like cursing.
Okay.
It's not working. Do we really need to get to Earth.
I have a question. This is just a question.
Mhm.
There's this one of the feats I have is area manipulation, which is expert precision on an attack or action. Could I use it? Like, could I help precision with that? Like, assist? Do you know what I mean? Like, is that? I don't know if that's using.
I don't know. Let's look at our feet. Because that's interesting. That's very
Just
interesting.
if I wanted to assist, like if I wanted to focus in and just really make
Yeah.
it precisely work.
And
way
what
it
was the
should.
feat?
It's an area manipulation, but only one. Like level.
Air manipulation. Whether unarmed.
But
Your assault rifle arm.
I think it was like an attack or action or something. And I don't know if it's something that.
No, let's. So it would be.
Oh, I guess. No, never mind. I wrote it. I wrote my notes for that on everything.
It's more of if you set off an explosion, you can pick people that weren't harmed in the explosion. That makes sense. It's like precise. So if you talk about an explosion, if somebody had a way to enhance the ability of his shake weight to become a shake weight,
Yeah.
I'm going with it.
Then I could help.
If somebody was doing that, basically what I would do, if you said, "Can I do area manipulation around that?" I would maybe allow them to have advantage on that or something to that effect. If somebody had something that would help his device actually work,
My notes.
you're an
I just
enhancement.
thought it was a. Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a
On focusing, not hitting it. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
in a sense, but it's more like precision,
Okay.
like something else. You kind of aid it in doing something great, kind of like that right now.
I could have made sure
Poor dog.
that would have been great.
So, pick, zigzag,
Yeah.
whatever. What do you need to make that work?
It's been passed down for a long time, and
How do you
Just-
know? What does it do when it does work?
it gets us a ride.
Does it need more electricity?
What powers it?
I have no idea.
This is a special rock.
When it turns on, I stick my thumb up, and we catch a ride. But I usually know what's coming by, but sorry about Novichok. That was the wrong ship.
Awkward
Yes,
moment.
it
It
was.
happens.
Well, they don't put anything in the logbook. Ugachuka's prison, it just doesn't log where they're going. So
That's on them.
Nobody could stay mad at you. You're my dearest.
they could. I don't think he's nice to me. He's mad. Are you mad?
He always looks mad.
It's just his face.
Hey,
Sorry.
are you
Could
mad?
I?
Are you mad?
Of course I'm mad.
Do you have anything with your
Do
I'll try to scan.
I'm thinking about trying a logic roll to see if maybe the stone we have and what I was able to learn from it could power the Shapewood.
Do it. Do it, because, I mean, when it comes to your history, because I don't know, is your history in magic?
Yeah.
Okay, in your understanding of magic in your realm, so yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is the stuff.
I'm here all. This is the stuff.
This is
Could you imagine?
more for cavity.
You just have to relax.
Yeah,
before
here's
it's
a
fine.
stone.
I was a sword swallower. When I was a dancer, that's what we just had to learn that.
I mean,
That's what we call it.
we didn't have to. I just
For fun.
20.
20. Okay. You can 100% know that they're from the same time. Very ancient. The beginning of, not the beginning of time or anything, but the beginning of understanding magic, pure science, reality. But in yours, it's more of like a pure magic. Like all your wizards, like have been studying books and books and books. But the first book was written about these kind of items. So you would know that.
Okay. But is there any way of using them together to get the thing working?
That you wouldn't know. I mean, no. At this point, do you want to ask Pickpick?
Yeah. I'll ask. Check. So the stone appears to be, from what I've been able to learn from it, related to this, but from the same time.
She gave it to you.
Can this help get that working?
I don't know.
That sounds like
by our powers combined.
Voltron.
5 small.
I hold it out to him.
Does it need electricity? I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry.
Crap.
Yes.
Would you hold that for a minute?
This is gonna be
It might have been bad for him.
Okay.
Flesh
Yeah.
kind of gets hot.
bad. Got it.
We don't want to melt you.
I appreciate that.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Melting crypt's okay though.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, he can be repaired.
And he starts tapping it
Technology.
the way it works. You feel like a little bit of heat because just your sensors are telling you that there's heat. It's
Yeah.
not like a pain or anything, but like it warms up a little bit, like maybe 1 or 2 degrees, and then comes back down. Well, I guess that didn't work. It might be time. It's kind of time to go, though. We need to get to Barth.
Can we take a train?
So-
3 of us can take the train. And I'm
Don't we
holding
have
the
any?
credits.
Does
Could I
anybody
just
have
fight for my
any way
approval?
we can
Could
hurt
me and him
more?
just kind of like teleport past them without them
What?
knowing?
If you get rid of how you look, could be like.
Yeah, I
Put you
can
in a
just
bag
suck
or
into.
something?
Yep. You can pop me in a bag, easy. So my metallic piece is very right into me, and I like.
Can you
Does anybody
only
have
absorb
satchel?
objects?
Yes.
Damn it! I'm just good enough, you know.
That would have been awkward but cool.
I could turn myself into a cool hat or something.
Yeah, I need a hat.
Okay, I shaped myself into like a little glowing like discus
Build that
side
up.
hat with maybe like this little thing over here. What kind of hat would you like? Like, do you want like
That'd be fly.
formal?
The big
Okay.
church lady hat.
Yeah, church
Yeah.
hat. But my legs are
Yes.
muted.
Yeah.
But with a cool glowy.
Can it be
inside.
red? So it can be part of the red.
I don't think so. It has to be. It's gonna be kind of
Just glowing.
It's glowy with like metally black shards.
Yes.
So they'll be kind of like ish, like fish wire, like chicken wire.
Perfect disguise. All right.
Let's go.
Now I don't have to
Okay,
walk
but
around
that's still
anymore.
4 of us.
And then there were
Yeah, I can't. I'm not typing. 5, 7.
Look through your stuff. I want to encourage you to look through your
I mean,
abilities.
I could help us all. I could try to help us all just make a break for it. Because I can make haste and aura.
We just need more credits.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can.
I mean, all we need to do is make more credits.
Actually, I might be able to pickpocket.
What'd you use?
My
to-
character
for
wouldn't
pickpocket?
endorse
Agility.
that, but
Oh,
like
sweet. I'm
Sarah.
gonna go pocket someone out of 4 in agility.
Me too.
Okay, yeah, go pickpocket. I don't have to. So.
Pickpocket team.
But I still like
go.
want to be a hat though. So if you
So,
want,
hey,
Yeah,
Dix.
no, I'm down. I'm so down with you being a hat.
Hey,
it's
Dix,
really bright in
We
here.
need a distraction.
Is there like a general center where I can go
Like pig fox.
in like the town?
Can I?
Oh, you're literally
General
in
Center?
the. You're like at the port, the space port. That's where you are right now. There's tons of people at the spaceport. You have not gone through security yet at all. There's
Okay.
a ticket place and security.
Did I need to roll?
I don't know what is.
I love how she's just like, I have a hat.
Hey!
Oh, deciding to plan, and she's
I have a
like,
hat.
I'm gonna beat this hat real quick.
And I large up your head.
Bibbidi, bobbidi.
Do you tell me before you become a hat? Are you like,
No,
can I
I'll
be
just
a hat?
become a
Or
hat.
do you just turn a hat, land on me?
I'm gonna like assess your
And
wardrobe and I think
what was
what you
it?
might like.
Was it a boon or a feat?
It's a boon, transmutation.
Right.
There's also just
Boom,
alteration
become a hat.
as an extraordinary ability.
Goodman's hat. I enact hatting. Hatting.
So
Oh my god.
And then you just like float upwards.
Hatching. Yeah, 'cause I can
so
also
yeah,
fly.
if it's a
Look like a hattie.
Yeah.
if it's a boon,
Yes.
then okay. So what
I don't
power
know.
level do you have?
We're
in that?
serious
3.
on this hat
Okay.
business right now. Okay.
That's important.
So you have to roll a
That's hard.
16.
With what modifier? Just
Your this is
a D20.
it's alteration. So
Oh,
use,
okay.
use your alteration,
Wait,
Real
1d10.
quick, before you become a hat,
and you have to roll a 16 because here's
Before I
and
become a hat.
explain the rules. It's a power level 3.
Yeah.
Power level 3 is times 2, which is 6 plus 10. That's
Got it.
every single boon.
Okay. So I roll my alteration, which is a score of 4, so I get D1d10 plus my 20. Yes.
Yes.
before you
Roll
become
it.
a hat.
Do you try to be a purse?
Well, I was gonna
I'll be
say, could
anything,
you
Belle.
be like a really interesting something that would catch someone's eye, so I can talk it up to distract people so they can pickpocket?
Well, I'm glowing from the inside. I can make it like an electric, like fireball hat, like a shing, shing, shing. It won't hurt you. It's just
It's
bright.
basically just a disco ball on your head.
Just like a
an
you know, a
anglerfish.
plasma ball, plasma ball hat.
Little lantern.
Or I was just like maybe like an object that's not a hat yet.
It doesn't have to be a hat. It
No,
can be
well,
whatever
no,
you
a
want.
hat later. But I'm saying if you turn like an object, then people can get distracted by it.
How about poodle?
I could be an electric poodle. I don't care. Whatever you guys want.
Stuffed poodle, because otherwise would be.
Well, I'm of a material that's more wiry and mesh looking.
Oh, wiry poodle.
The transmutation.
On a
I
wire
mean,
terrier.
But I think it's the way I was imagining it worked because of my character is like it's that magnetic. Oh, my kid's calling me. Oh well.
I'm turning into a hat!
Call 911.
More important things.
That
Hat
was awesome.
covers.
That was so.
She'll be alright. She's just wanting to brag about whatever game she's playing.
Well, now
Okay.
you can brag about how cool your hat
Right,
is.
okay, so I'm
Or
so
how
sorry.
cool your-
What I was saying is what I was translating it for my character, the transmutation is like it's my ability to like manipulate all these like fibers, you know what I mean? So I could turn into a ladder or a rope or whatever if I wanted to.
Yeah, so
Imagine.
yeah,
Maybe.
so the way, because that's how these are supposed to be. They're
Yeah.
supposed to be the basics,
But it's
and then
on the
you
material.
get to make it whatever you want it to be.
So so distracting. I could become like a musical instrument.
Sure.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, I can.
Like a harp.
Yes. Can you
Electric
can you
harp.
play yourself? Just magically start.
I think I'd be
playing.
transmuting.
You can turn into
I'm gonna turn
basically
into
whatever you
an
want.
electric harp.
Do
just
it. Do it. Let's
Okay,
go.
okay.
That's
Whoop. But not if I roll a. What is that? An 8? No.
from 8.
You turn
So
into,
what
like,
were you
donkey
trying to
that's
turn
like,
into?
I was trying to turn into, I guess, not a hat, but now an electric harp.
Like yeah.
Electric harp.
Just
So
turn into a harmonica.
Now I turn into a sad trombone.
Auto harp.
Ooh,
you
a
have
harmonica.
strings. You have strings,
The worst
and
is-
you have not.
Yes.
Your density and weight has stayed the same, but you look like right now if you stand there and just pull your fingers apart like this, you're standing there with strings to connect those to the,
That's
all
cool.
4
That's different.
of all the 4 of those childlike hands, childlike fingers, now have strings,
Okay.
and you're not moving.
I'm not. It's just
So it wasn't what you intended,
okay.
but something happened.
All right. Look over her. I'm like,
Performance art.
That'll do.
perfect. That works. All right. Should I use presence or deception? And like
What are you trying to do?
be starting to like get the attention of everyone.
Oh, that gets the attention.
So one thing I was
Or
gonna
did
try
I
to
just
check
look
out.
at it like, or can I just be like, whoa, look at this, everyone, just like really loudly, like people are like, what? It's like, this is the most amazing thing I've seen.
So when people are buying their tickets,
like,
can
I-
you see what the guy is doing with the credits that he's taking? Where is he putting them? Where are they going?
Again, what's occurring with you is you are trying to divert attention to her and you, and all the attention of this place already has kind of their attention on you,
Oh yeah.
and they don't
Well, now
really
it's
want.
even more
They
so.
don't want to be a part of it, and now they're like,
No, like
you
weird.
can. Now you're all hearing the thing. It's like, oh, here they go again, all that tripper stuff. They're like, yeah, we're gonna give you a flyer or something.
What's with the
Oh my
trash?
God,
Are
are
we
the
in
fire
a, did we
commissioners?
get info? Did we get it like?
Oh, maybe you guys should
Taken into
stand near
cult.
us right
They're
now.
gonna tell you
Just
that,
take
you know,
this
like,
flower
oh,
they have.
we've been around for millions of years, and oh, we're here to save the universe again. Oh, just don't talk to them, sweetie. They're like all the little kids that kind of just rush them away from you. So your even more attention is on just you two. Like, oh,
Perfect.
they're putting on, and they're trying to divert and go around you, and oh, just don't look at them, don't look at them.
Perfect. This is working out perfectly. Say, my goodness! What a sight to see.
My sparks.
Yeah.
Like
Just
that
start like,
out.
it's like
That's
wow, crying. Dang.
Like, do you remember, like, you know those Christmas decorations that are like on the tips of them, they're like glowy and they're all very
You're just a
cheesy.
giant Christmas decoration.
Sorry.
Okay, so we're weird.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can hear everybody talking. They're grouping you all together, basically saying, "I'm not going to another one of those meetings."
So I want to see if I can use my telekinesis thing to sort of yoink one of the credits
Telepathy.
after it's been paid.
You're trying to take the.
What?
Telekinesis?
Telepathy.
So you're trying to take one of the.
Telekinesis?
You can rename any in this game. Just that's the way it's built. So if you want to call it
See that?
Telekinesis, you need to write that down.
Well, I'm already renaming Knockdown as Boot to the Head.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like it.
But yeah, so that's why I want to know, like, when he gets the credits and he pays the ticket, and he gives the ticket to somebody, what happens? He like just put them in the drawer or are they on the side? Or...
The credits are all automated, so it's more of a Apple Pay kind of thing.
The stick thing.
Oh, okay. So
So it's a digital.
They
He
just go
has like
whoop, and then-
it's like a puck.
Can you steal someone's
that
money?
basically gets set on the counter. The credits get pulled out of it electronically.
Oh.
He takes the puck back.
Man,
with
I don't know
less
why we
credits
just
on it.
jumped to this cool
You-
ass
you
conclusion.
figured that part out?
He's not thinking
They
about
don't.
hacking
There's no
cards
credits to
and
take
stuff.
like
Yeah.
physical credits.
I
Whatever.
was
It's all
gonna
just like
deal with one less.
there's less.
That was my plan.
Hey man, I'm
So
just,
that's easy to figure out.
we're having a great time over
so
here.
yeah, looking for like maybe one that gets put into a loose bag or in a
Perception. Perception is up.
Nice. Did both explode?
30.
What?
Jesus.
You probably see a good half dozen, like at least 6 or 7 bags that are like basically untended to.
Okay.
And some of those travel bags you can tell you know has a credit. It's like a credit puck.
All right. I want to try and slyly kind of
Yeah, I get that.
pull one out and kind of get it over here.
Okay. That's like a agility. Let's go with agility.
Movement.
I think he's still using telekinesis.
Are you still using that? Oh, you're trying to poop?
Yeah, I'm trying to use the telekinesis.
Trying to.
What do you call it? Yoinkus?
Telekinesis. It's a good
Teleyoinkus it. Do it.
While he's doing this, we're just like, yeah, we shoot you.
This-
To try
there's
to
a-
like.
Like this stuff's so cool.
It's like a saw, like a saw.
You're like going.
Yes, I
For
love
some
this
reason.
tip.
I'm just like, is this the plan? Is this
And then under my breath, I'm like, you should just done the hat thing.
we could still.
I don't know. I'm liking this thing though.
Yeah.
So I need so this is power level 3.
So you need a 16.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
14.
Okay, so you know where it's at. You can see it. You basically like you're feeling inspired by the magic items that you've seen, and you're like, and you see the bag just go, and just didn't get it.
Alright. I'll tell Jaya. I'll identify the places where it'll probably be the easiest.
You want to snag? You want to try and snag one?
So I'm just trying to pickpocket again.
Do it.
I don't have any of those fancy mind powers. Ooh, nope. 7.
Now they know.
Wow, I'm doing so bad
Tell me
tonight.
about those fancy
So that same, like you
I'm basically just walking up and just.
rock.
yeah, you chose the bag that was already fluttering, and you
Right.
were like going, what is that? And it
Like
was like,
magnetic rock.
Yeah.
it's
your purse?
I
thought it was
put
mine.
next to a car and
Sorry about that.
steal the information and take it to me.
Using my magnet. Yeah. Let's. I'm fine with that. I could just
This
zing
this
into a
mad
little
heart
fused
thing
lock or
going on
something. I don't.
Where
My
was
heart
that?
didn't work out so well, so now I'm just like, is this right? Or
This looks
Is the
okay.
shake weight working?
So while you guys are all doing that, I mean, in the same time frame, you guys been doing this, and he's been tapping the shake weight on. It's what it
Got a
is
little-
now. There's a reference. He's got.
Maybe it needs more finesse.
Grip it tighter.
Maybe it's just a little aggressive. Yes.
I need to stop with it. Awful tackle it. Just keep
Good.
tapping.
It's graffiti
So he's
or
tapping
whatever.
on. There's like, did you guys have your drinks yet?
No.
No way.
We're fine.
We're gonna go.
Oh shit.
Great.
And
Be a hat. Be a hat.
Okay.
She doesn't need to be anymore.
Keep myself.
do it. Transmutation.
Okay. I just want to be a hat.
Do it real quick.
Okay.
Be a hat. Be a hat.
I am not a hat. Oh wait, I got a thing. Okay. That's 18.
You are a hat. It's a power level 3, so understand that whatever weight you physically are and whatever size you are, it's that size and that weight of a hat.
That's feel like it's not that heavy, maybe like 15 pounds.
Because at power level 3,
Because
it's
it's like
the same.
a shell of like fibers. You know what I mean?
That might be a heavy.
I'm just saying, it's
Yeah, your
I'm
neck's
power
gonna
level
be
3 is
sore.
you are the
Oh,
same
I'm ready.
Yeah.
size and
Shaking as you
Yeah,
walk.
I'm just
I
like-
want it to be
You
like
can't
the Pope hat. I changed my mind the last minute in the confusion because he sounded.
Oh, you gotta be like a
She did. She was, be hat, be hat.
Yeah, and you're just like, Pope hat.
So here's what's going on.
Conductor derby hat.
You've got a hand in a bag.
Yep.
Somebody's looking at you like, what the F are you doing in my bag? And you're like, I thought it was my bag. And you're like doing this. You got Pech tapping on this stone like this, like trying to be more delicate and squeeze it harder. Like this. And he's saying, let's go. And she screams out, be a hat! So she's like, she panics and turns into a Bishop Pope hat
On the ground.
So you currently have that, and you disappear.
The next place we arrive, we're gonna be so.
We're not good at our jobs. We're still learning. We don't even know what our jobs are. Because we haven't been
Most fun.
vetted.
You find
It
yourself.
would be so funny if we didn't go anywhere.
And everyone was like,
Or we just disappear and then reappear.
Reappear.
As hats.
Except her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is the Pope.
We're like in the Vatican and
Four
they're like,
hats. She's a
I'm
Pope
so
herself.
sorry, it's the wrong hat.
And there before us is Willie Nate.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
that's deleted.
really quick. That was
Too much
awesome.
stuff today.
Be a hat. Be a hat.
It's gonna be our plan for everything now. Just turn into a hat.
I thought it'd be
One
more
time,
practical,
it's gonna
like if we
make
needed
us
a
escape
ladder.
from everything.
So where are we?
You are on a very small island. You find yourself on a small island. Pech is there. He's on the ground, kind of still playing with a shake weight, like I don't know. Your hand is now super, like you can detect high temperatures on your hand with the stone, but you still have the stone in your hand. You are an amazing hat on top of her head
Oh, I feel like.
because she had a reflex of like, "Ooh." And
Is it really
just to-
shiny outside, like bright and sunny?
How out on the
yeah, on
island?
the island.
It's very, very, very bright, but you cannot see sun, and it's about.
Would it reflect off my metal fibers and like a beautiful
Oh, absolutely,
shimmery
because it's a
light?
very
Okay.
white sky. It's not too warm. It's about 10, maybe 10 degrees, like Celsius, like 50. Is that 50? Right around 40, 50 degrees outside. The trees are not trees. They're like almost like a mushroom-esque type of
What
structure.
time of day set is it?
You have no idea.
It's time.
You honestly do not know.
Okay. We can't tell where it lives.
Yep, you can't tell because it's a very white on the top there, but you don't even know what planet you're on, so you don't know how many day secs are in a full day. So, you see a very small island, probably maybe 40 feet, like in full like diameter. Very, very small. And as you appear, you do see a very, very large creature that you can tell is not corporeal. I think that's the right word. Let's get something else. That was too much. Oh, that's fine. Sounds nice. It's not warm, but it's kind of a little chilly. Your sensors are telling you that it's not good for carbon-based. And I was like, oh, it's kind of cold. But you see a large creature, probably about 20 feet tall, walking out of the water in front of you. But it has like a spirit hue to it. It's not corporeal. It's a spirit. But he comes out of the water And as he's coming out, he's like, blowing bubbles, and comes up and goes, where'd you guys come from? And we'll end our session tonight.
What did he look? He was 20 feet.
He's
He's
about
big
20
guy.
feet tall, very large,
Humanoidish.
kind of,
I was just saying.
but very thick, not muscular, but thick and just kind of, but it's a spirit. It's not, he's not, there's no flesh.
And he's wondering why the Pope is there.
Well, he's just freaked out. He's like 5 people, he was blowing bubbles in the water and came up and went, where'd you guys come from?
Why does he have a purse?
I was gonna say, do I still have anything in my hand? Like, did I grab something as we
He just said it
teleported?
like this.
There is
Yeah.
paint.
We don't know. Your hand was on something.
Yes.
You have no idea what it was.
Another shake weight.
It could have been like a person.
One of those little tiny
No.
packets of Kleenex.
Like you stole someone's pet or something.
It's like a little
tried.
alien
Little
chihuahua.
teacup doodle.
What is a Werther's original? What is it?
Ancient Tamagotchi.
Yes.
Aw, Tom.
Who knows?
I will care for it.
Well, thanks if there's
got weird.
thanks if you were watching. If you're just catching the end of this, thank you. This will be on our videos. Subscribe. We'll hook you up. Is that a new follower? What?
Woo!
Mo42_688.
Yay.
Thank you so much. It means a lot that you guys hang out with us because this is why we do it, because it's fun as hell for one.
Because we
Especially
get
with-
great hats.
Yeah.
Our accessories run nuts. I'm so sorry.
I want that hat. But thank you so much, guys. So join us next Thursday. Yes, next Thursday we are having new trippers, so we'll be back here next Thursday. Next week, just as an announcement real quick, next Tuesday is the 4th. So there will be no Infinity Tower for the 4th. We're going to take a break on that. But Wednesday we have What Game Do You Bring? And Thursday we'll be back tripping.
Just tripping all over.
Tripping
the
with
place.
hats and thievery and shake weights. So I won't live that down. That was too much for me. So
Was that the X card for you? Should we have had the X card?
if you don't like the shake weight
I
commercial,
like the shake weight.
I'm
I
okay
I
with
loved
it.
it.
Because that's hilarious.
It's only
It made me feel
suggested
bad.
if you know what it is. So it's more like PG-13. Like
Shake weight.
yeah, shake weight.
It's on
Yeah,
the commercials.
It's a real thing.
It's just working your muscles.
It's for the
Yes.
arms.
It's a healthy workout, guys.
Yeah.
On the upper.
Believe me,
Whatever the
some of us
thing
do it
is.
more than others. Fine time to tabletop, guys. We'll see you next week.
Wear hats.